Hello, everybody.
How's it
Everybody?
going? What's
We're
up?
back with the Thursday 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Blind Way Podcast.
BWST.
BWST.
What do you guys think of our new setup? You like it? I hope so.
I hope.
You can see Eric's and
Someone
Rick's
said,
butt.
"Wow, nice setup."
Because if you don't
That's
like
quite
it,
the compliment. Wow, nice setup.
it'll get better. But
Also,
Okay.
any like stuff we're playing, you won't have to hear it through the mics. It'll come through.
Oh, that's great.
So that's
Awesome.
nice.
hopefully it's not too bad of like a weird reverberation. It's kind of evened out. But
Thank you, Airman.
they should have better
Hopefully.
audio.
Hire me.
Yeah.
If there's any like technical difficulties or stuff, we're still figuring everything out. So just
Yeah.
bear with us.
And I didn't have long enough headphone cables, so if there are audio problems, let me know.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, there's still close-ups. There's
Yep.
the
Two
best
there.
close-up. And then there's this other one, I guess.
They all look so happy.
And of course,
Yeah.
we still have this.
Sure.
Yay. What was that?
X-Men. X-Men.
Yeah. Oh, I should have played that.
You should have. I
what
thought
have you
you
done?
were.
Fucked up, Rick.
I'm a fool.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Oh, that's the best. Yes, I finally have a place to display all the board games. This will also be the new sort of board game
This is some of the board games.
set as well.
Yep.
At least some of Rick's. We also have a knight.
But you know, some things will never change. Like Shay on his phone.
Like war. War never changes.
Has changed.
All right,
Or
well,
does change. Solid Snake says it.
he does. There's a lot of cool things. Well, there's some sad things to talk about,
Yeah.
and some happy things to talk about. But first, let's talk about the best things of the week.
Favorite things.
I
everyone
didn't really have
You
a
have a
lot
skunk
happen
story
to me.
or
No
anything?
skunk, no nothing like that.
Well, that wasn't your
My-
favorite thing
my-
of the week, was it?
My favorite story that happened, I mean, it's obviously just a news story, but it's bittersweet. But there was a guy named Chris Taylor that was in the hospital for bone cancer, and he very terminal bone cancer, unfortunately. But due to the amazing Smash community and Nintendo, he was able to play
yeah.
the Nintendo demo. They
saw that.
brought a Switch that had it on there, very secretive, you know, but he was able to play with his crew, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
They wouldn't let him keep the demos though.
Oh no,
He said
absolutely
that,
not.
yeah.
It's yeah. I mean
It's like
it's very risky,
It's like
but
fanboys.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he got to
like-
play with that, you know, or play with them, his friends, and play the game, and you know, it was one of his things where it's like, this is what I want to do before I die, and then he passed away like 3 days later.
Really?
Dang.
So yeah, I just really enjoyed that story. Because
So if you were playing him, would you take it easy on him?
No.
That's a good. Good. None of us
insult the
would.
I don't want to
but
insult the
that-
man
yeah.
before he goes, you know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like it's like me and like Shane just like he's letting me win. Like fucking Shane, what are you doing? I want to win.
I wouldn't let you win.
I want to win because I'm beating your ass.
I wouldn't let you win, and I was.
And I went the
was still
last
instruct.
game.
I was
I went the
still
last game we ever played together. I whip his ass and then I die, and that haunts him for the rest of his life. That he never gets to redeem himself.
It would haunt me for the rest of my life.
If it were Shane that was like that had the sickness and you were playing and you beat him, he would rip the cord out of the wall and die.
Fucking shit. You know what I mean?
But I really like that story. So R.I.P. to Chris Taylor. But
Yeah.
he was around our age. Cancer's a fucker.
Yeah.
But he was doing a couple of experimental treatments to hope, because the kind of bone cancer that he had was very aggressive, very bad. So he kind of like put himself out there for a couple experimental treatment research options and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I don't know any of the names or the links to the things that are in remembrance or whatever. But there's a couple people out there collecting some money that goes to that specific kind of research that he was on.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, good.
anyway,
It's really good.
it's far cry from my skunk story, but
I'm a little down now.
It's a good story.
But it's bittersweet, like you said.
yeah.
Well, I got a couple stories. One kind of sad. Well, first of all, my wife. Well, actually, they're both sad.
Yeah, they were sad. You told me one.
One's funny though. You know.
Yeah.
Is it funny after it's sad, or is it?
No, it's sad for me, but funny for you guys.
Yeah.
So how's that?
Okay.
But one's just pretty sad.
Let's do the sad one first, and then the funny one.
Okay. Well, my wife she won a trip to go to California
Terrible.
to meet with this social media expert. This woman named Jasmine. She got like 1 million followers on Instagram, and she picked my wife and 9 other women out of like, I don't know, hundreds of people who submitted. So that was pretty cool. But I drove her to the airport, and this weekend I got like a babysitter for all my kids. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to Columbus, hang out with all my friends. We're gonna go watch a football game. We're gonna do all this crazy shit. Okay, I had it all planned out, and I made sure everyone had their shit ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen the way I wanted to, but first things first. When I went to Columbus, second thing first. During the weekend, chronologically, this happened after this other sad, funny thing.
Sure.
But my kid's rabbit died.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was at my parents' house, and my mom called me Saturday morning.
Did you say how you won this rabbit?
Well, basically,
podcast?
we're at the fair, and my son, he's pretty good at these crappy fair games.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he always is. Like, he can make the shit inside,
So he's not like you.
no, he's not. He's
the
the
E3
opposite of me. Like, he can't shoot a real basketball, but he can shoot a fake one in a crappy hoop, and he can make it every time.
Oh, good.
Well, my mom called me, and as soon as I picked up the phone, my mom was in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, damn it. I
Yeah.
can't just hang up. And I've done that before, too. I've just hung up.
I remember. Then she called me.
Okay, yeah. Well, she was talking to me, telling me the story about the rabbit the night before. He was shaking, had the seizure and everything else, and I was petting him, Shane. I kept petting him. I was crying. Your kids
Yeah.
were crying. And I'm like, well, shit. I said, well, how's he now? I kept saying, how is he now?
Yeah.
And she just kept not answering me.
Just kept telling the story.
She kept telling the story, and I'm like, well, this isn't going to have a good ending. And, and the rabbit, and I looked this morning, and the rabbit, he died.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi, he's crying. He went outside and started crying out in the woods like you did. Because my dad always told me a man mourns alone. So
Yeah.
I would go in the woods, I would cry. And then I told him that, and then he went out in the woods to cry too. And that made me really emotional, thinking about him crying in the woods for his rabbit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
what made me really emotional Sunday, he was, and this is not his fault, but he said, I was crying because I was crying because he died because I was a bad owner.
Yeah.
And I was like, you weren't a bad owner.
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of
I felt like Mel Gibson in The Patriot.
Sure.
When he said I'm sorry about Thomas, I said it wasn't your fault, Malachi. That was mine. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No, I get
You
you.
know,
Unfortunately, a lot of those fair kind of animals aren't bred very well.
Yeah, they're not. And I told him that,
Yeah.
but it
They're
just
not really made to
it
last.
really changed. Like, because it was fine with us. And
Yeah.
he'd sleep in bed with us sometimes. And
Sure.
I woke up, there's little shit pellets on my bed. I'm like, damn it. I just go like this.
So I was like, great.
Although, a little quick story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
Okay.
I used to carry rabbit poop around in my pocket and
Yeah.
feed it to the dog because it loved it.
Really?
Called them rabbit treats.
So I went like, they were really hard pellets. Though.
Yeah,
That's
I mean they were eventually.
Yeah.
Why
And
would
then
you
they
tell
went through the
someone
wash.
this story?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would carry shit around and feed it to animals.
Well, that has something to do with my next story.
It's the only thing that it would eat.
Okay,
I'll just accept it, because
sorry.
I want to hear Shane's story.
Okay.
Continue.
So the next story, right when I jumped, on the way to the airport, I had a shit so damn bad, and my God, it was just coming out. It was
There's not
like,
a lot of great places to stop on that route either.
No.
Like once you're in Columbus, because
Yeah.
if you get off the freeway, it takes you a half hour to get back on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a shit so bad.
Yeah.
But we were running late, and we didn't want to miss her flight.
Yeah.
So I dropped her off, said my goodbyes, went straight to that McDonald's. I beelined to the McDonald's.
Yeah,
The one beside- okay.
right by the airport.
Yeah. Okay. So I go in there. I park in like the fucking. You can like call and you can do
The
a
mobile
pickup.
app pickup.
Yeah, I parked there, ran in, went to the bathroom. Okay. And you know, like the closer you get to the toilet,
Yeah.
like,
more you
the
need.
more you got to shit.
Yeah, it's like your brain is prepping you.
Yeah, your brain is like letting the wall down, man.
I love thinking about it too, because I've said it many times. No one suffers like Shane Farley. I can just imagine like, visibly,
Yeah. Well,
At a
so.
certain point, you start like pressing. You
Yeah.
stop pressing on your stomach, and you start pressing.
Well, I did. Yeah, but when I'm walking to
your
the
ass.
bathroom, I'm thinking, okay, I'm starting to like the muscles are
Yeah.
starting to loosen. You know what I mean?
That's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so, anyways, I go to open the door. It's one fucking stall in this bathroom in this McDonald's, it's huge.
Yeah.
This bathroom is small, and it's got one stall, and it's got one urinal. I almost shit in the urinal like I did in Columbus at one time. Okay, but I did that out of spite.
Yeah.
This would have been emergency.
I know. This is for real.
This is for real, man. Well, and then I open the door, and it's fucking locked. And I'm like, God damn it. And that never happens to me. Like, really ever. I know there's stories about it. Well, it happened to me here, and I'm like jiggling it. And
I
then-
love thinking of the guy that's in there, and he just hears like the door crash open.
Well, I went, oh, fuck. You know, and the guy had to heard me. You know what I mean? So, and I waited like almost 15 minutes, which is a long time when you think you're going to shit in 2 seconds. To like rewire everything.
It's like an eternity.
It's like, so I'm sitting there like.
It's like trying to reverse a convoy.
So I'm sitting there just like, and the door opens and this fat motherfucker, I'm sorry everybody, this fat fucking motherfucker walks out, sorry. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. And he doesn't wash his hands. He gets out of there like he robbed the fucking bank.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, great. You know what I mean? I open the door and like this guy made a nest of toilet paper around the toilet seat, like this high. He must have used like 2 rolls because he didn't want to sit in the toilet because it's, I guess, germs.
He was making like an airlock thing?
Like, you know, like the
He's
thing.
making a cushion.
Like, you know, like the things you can.
A barrier.
You know, like the barrier you can. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a barrier out of toilet paper. And it was so thick.
I've done that before.
He
but
made a
it's like,
nest and it was this
But he
high.
left it?
After he sat on it, it was like this high.
Well, he couldn't
I remember
flush
looking
it
at it
or
like.
clog it.
I remember looking at it going, you know what I mean? Like, are you shitting me? Okay.
He was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, so what
So
happened
now
was.
you have to hover.
No, I didn't take a picture. I just shit so fucking
Dang
bad.
it, Shane.
I was standing in my pants, underwear down to my ankle already. Okay.
You closed the door behind you, and by that point, it was
Yeah.
already around your ankles.
Yeah, I get that. That's basically what happened. 'Cause I was sitting there looking at it, thinking, what am I going to do? I was going to have to just stand above it like this and just shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I didn't.
Yeah.
Just
So
push
bad.
it in the toilet and flush the
So I
toilet.
fucking went in there and went like, got next to it. I was like looking at it. You know what I mean? Just push it in there. And it was powerful. Yeah, it just flushed
Yeah,
real
they
quick.
flush it
Okay.
down real
I
fast.
went there. I had dropped a fucking bomb in this fucking place, man. You know what I mean? So, and then what happens is I go to get the toilet paper, and there's nothing there.
Somebody used all
Because
that.
he used all.
Not even like the brown, like not even like
The roll?
The roll part. You know, I can like take that and take it apart and shovel the shit out. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. So I'm sitting there like, oh goddamn, man, this is terrible.
Yeah,
And I Snapchat a couple people, like, you know, like the point of view of like I'm here and I'm like looking underneath, because I couldn't even see unless I like got down because it's rolled over to the ground. So I had to take my camera like James Bond and look under this
look under
motherfucker,
it like a mirror?
and it's like metal, just a metal wheel. I'm like, god damn it, dude. So I had to pull my fucking jeans up with shit in my asshole and go out there and walk amongst normal people with this big secret in my pants. You know what I mean?
Big secret.
So I'm walking in, I'm like, I gotta find a bunch of napkins, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to go to the counter and go, guys, you got a fucking toilet paper, bro. You need to go in there right now.
They probably only had an electric dryer.
I was gonna say they didn't have like paper towels in there or something.
No, they did it. That was my first thought. So I went out there and I'm like, okay, I'll go out there and just get the fucking paper, fucking towels. Go out there and it's all, like the future drywall.
Put your
like,
hands in
shit.
this shit. Yeah.
Like stick my ass in there and make it, I could dry it.
I would have used the sink as a bidet.
Well, I was contemplating.
upside down.
I was contemplating a lot of things before I pulled my pants up. You know what I mean? I was thinking, okay, well, I could take my underwear off.
I don't need this underwear.
You know what I'm saying? And then like wipe and then put it back on later. You know.
So what
If
you
I
do
wiped
is
with my underwear,
well,
flush it.
basically, I was walking like.
yeah, you gotta like not move your butt
I looked like a
cheeks.
zombie. I was like, you know what I mean?
You don't want your butt cheeks moving together.
Yeah, you don't want like. You don't want that at all, bro.
You'd be in there all day.
I say
All
like
fucking
underwear or socks or something maybe or.
So
And you're all
I very
nervous.
carefully pull my underwear up. I'm in jeans, just walking around like a fucking zombie. Everyone's looking at me like I was an alcoholic. Okay, it's the same look people give my dad. It's weird. and eventually, and I can't find a napkin dispenser thing anywhere. So it's in like the opposite corner that the bathroom is in. So I was like, God damn it! I see it. Zooms in. I'm like, you know what I mean? I go over there, I reach, and I just grab like a shit ton. I'm like walking like this, like I'm holding like a
back
bird,
in
like
the
I'm holding a bird. You know, what I mean? Like I'm holding this,
like a football.
like I'm holding. Yeah, I'm sitting there running like this. I'm not running, I'm walking like a zombie. I get there, go to the bathroom,
Someone else is in there.
and the fucking door's locked again.
I knew it.
What?
I knew it.
Yes, I'm like, God damn it! I almost just stood up and started wiping my ass. I was gonna throw it on the floor and go, fuck this place. I was so bad. I was considering it. Okay.
There's a ton of napkins and shit.
So I wait like another like fucking 10 minutes, okay? in the
You're
same
halfway home by
fat
now.
tub of shit, walked out of the bathroom.
Ow!
I don't know.
Was there another
I don't know.
toilet paper?
I don't know.
You know,
He sees me holding the toilet paper, and I'm looking at him.
knows.
I'm looking at him, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, you caused this, man." And I'm like beating red in the face, like the vein that stick out your head when you're happy. It stick out my head when I'm mad. Okay. And he walks past me. Sorry. Again. Doesn't wash his hands again. I walk in there again. There's no toilet paper because I don't know. I think maybe he had to do what I did. Or something.
I was gonna say, cause Shane called and told me this story. And I thought it would have been hilarious. He went in there and there was napkins all over the place. He ran out. He had to get shit.
Wipe my ass with this fucking sandpaper fucking napkins.
Yeah.
Okay, made for chicken
better
nugget.
than your hand,
Made
though.
for chicken nugget grease. Okay. And you know, my ass is sore the rest of the day.
Well, and it's probably dry at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it was. Thank God I had the dude wipes. Like, I went later to Walmart and got dude wipes.
Yeah.
Clean the mess up, bro.
That's good.
Well, I mean, not the mess, nothing there, but you know, it's soft, succulent. It's good.
Succulent.
But that was pretty much it right there. Yeah.
Was it succulent?
Yeah.
The
just
wipe?
said the wipes
was the
were
wipe succulent, or was
yeah.
it your?
It's not
Yeah,
blind
that's
with
succulent.
It's not blind without poop story.
No.
It's
Oh yeah, that's the shit story. That's the sad. That's the sad story.
Every podcast has some stinking, pooping, something thinging
Yeah.
going on.
So the rabbit was the sad, and that was the sad for you, happy for us.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
thought everyone would like that. So I hope you did. So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Well, Calvin, what about you?
One of our editors just messaged us, dude, hilarious story.
I had ordered a mattress probably about a month ago, and I was super looking forward to it because I'd been sleeping on an air mattress for like a month already.
Yeah.
And I ordered the mattress, and then later that night, I got a phone call from my sister saying that she had been playing Pokemon on my mom's phone and saw the charge come up, and she had canceled it.
Oh shit.
She had canceled the charge on the credit card because she asked mom, like, do you recognize this? And she said, and so she hit cancel. Like,
Yeah.
as if it was a time bomb or something. And she hit cancel. So then she called me and said, I canceled the charge on the card. See, whatever you ordered, you're not getting it. I said,
Yeah.
shit.
So you're sleeping on this fucking floor or something? Or
No,
what?
I'm
You
still
got an air
sleeping on the
mattress.
air mattress.
Yeah.
That's like sleeping on the floor.
Basically. Well, just wait. And then mom called me back and said that she had called dad and tried to reverse the cancel. And that took like a couple days to work out. And okay, finally, the charge went through. I ordered my mattress, and I found out that I had to wait like 2 to 3 weeks because it was on back order.
Oh, good.
And then another 2 weeks for shipping. So it was, I had waited a month, and then I had to wait another month
Yeah.
to get my mattress.
Good God.
Partway through the second month, my mattress sprung a leak. And every night it got worse.
When you say sprung a leak, I always think you have a water mattress.
No, it wasn't water mattress.
And you're just slowly
But-
sinking.
The first night that it was leaking, it was like, this isn't quite as firm as it was the night before.
You
That's
wake up
fine.
and you're laying in a prune.
The next night, it was half deflated.
Yeah.
Do you blow it up?
And I was like, I was laying there like this, and I blew it up. And the next night, I was on the ground, and I had to fill it up. The next night, I had to fill it up 3 times. It went flat 3 times.
That sucks.
It was terrible.
I'd
It
like
kept
you-
getting worse and worse.
I would have given up.
The last night, I woke up at 2 a.m. It was flat. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. because I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want to go to bed.
You were in the.
I woke up at 1 a.m. It was flat already. So I woke up. I tore all of my bed sheets and all my bed clothes and all my pillows and everything off. I was searching this thing. Where's this fucking leak?
Yeah.
I was like digging through my boxes of shit because I hadn't unpacked yet. I found this leak. And I found this like half-inch roll of fucking Gorilla Tape that we got sent in mailbag like a year ago.
Yeah.
I found this like fuck. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
I've got this shit. I was like, put it on that furry shit that's on that mattress, and I was wiping it on there and pressing it on there as hard as I could. I got my hair
You're
dryer
like
to
fucking
like
giving it a
try to melt the glue into the furry
chest
shit.
compressions with mattress.
I was seriously chest compressing this mattress.
Yeah.
And I blew it up, and it worked. I had a full 4 hours of sleep.
Well, good.
It was
You
amazing.
come in here late. Come on, you late.
And it worked partially, and then having to re-stick the glue into that fuzzy stuff, it started not working again. So I ripped that off and I put new shit on. And I had like 3 weeks of this.
Have you guys ever
And
had
now you got your new mattress.
Now I have my new mattress. It's the best fucking thing ever.
Good.
Have you ever guys had a water mattress?
My parents had a water
You
mattress.
ever had one that leaked?
No.
No.
Dude, it sucks, man.
My uncle, for all my life, he's always had a water bed, and it was always weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah, Rhonda
Well,
had
I think
one.
they're okay. I like them. I mean, I don't know how they are for your spine or anything. Like, I hear mixed things on it. But I remember my cousin Jamie. I used to go to his poor ass house on 9th Street. Ghetto motherfucking place. Well, his mattress upstairs had like 6 fucking holes in it. So I would sleep like fucking, what's that game you play? like
Twister?
I was like, yeah, me and my cousin would sleep on it. And one of us, I would always have one body part that's fucking wet. So I could sleep like this. I wake up and like my fucking thigh, I'm like, damn it! It was terrible.
You couldn't like patch it with one of the little.
No, there was,
That thingy?
if you took off the blanket, there was all kinds of tape everywhere, man.
Did he sleep with his keys in his pocket or something?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but dude, it sucks.
That's terrible.
Because he went off to college and he left all his shit there. So my cousin and I took his bedroom, made it like our man cave.
I don't know if I could like. What if you bring a girl? I can't remember. I can't imagine.
I didn't bring him then. 'cause I
having
was still
a
11.
girl on a waterbed.
It would help, right?
I don't know.
Because
Have you
it
ever
would
tried
like.
to
like the
hustle
ebb and
off a
flow?
waterbed?
Yeah.
Like
Hustle?
push down.
Have you ever tried to hustle
and a
off a
wave
waterbed? You
comes
can't. You
back.
have to like. You have to like swim over kind of to get off the edge.
One thing you can't do is you can't like not disturb the other person's sleep.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
It's not like one of those things where you put a wine glass on there and like hit it with a hammer.
You move
Yeah.
the whole thing. Just
Yeah.
going like
Yeah.
this.
Even just picking straight up, like they go down.
Nah, you know what? It depends. I guess it depends on your thrust motion. You know what I mean? Like, because it could assist you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like
But if you're like just banging them hard,
you wouldn't have a fast. It would have to be like a nice.
if you're banging them hard and you get off the rhythm, the belt. I mean, the bed could push back at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
break it.
Goes in the wrong hole.
Yeah. yeah.
All I can
Or
think
just
of,
miss it, like hits here. And
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, dude.
all I can think about now is that my parents had a waterbed.
My parents had a waterbed too.
Yeah.
Maybe you conceived on one.
I don't know.
I had to.
My
have been.
son, he sleeps on the bed he was conceived on.
That's terrible. I would never allow that to happen.
Growing up,
I did all kinds of nasty shit on that bed, bro.
growing
Sure.
up until about I don't know, this past year, I think Melanie and I got a mattress. Like a nice big soft mattress. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never bought a mattress. I always had some mattress handed down to me from like my grandma,
same.
or
Yeah,
my
me too.
parents.
Same
I
for
always
me.
like
that.
had like a mattress I found somewhere. Like, oh, this will work.
Even moving out and all the mattresses we've had, me and Melanie have slept on like my grandma's mattress for
Yeah.
like years.
I've slept on hand-me-down mattresses. I've never trusted mystery mattresses though.
Yeah.
Never.
Mystery mattress.
You don't know what's in there. You don't know what's happened on it.
They just sell it in like a black bag with a question mark on it. You don't know what it's gonna look like, what quality it's in.
Yeah.
Did you buy it?
Could be
For
bloodstained.
for the 3rd Street house, I remember we were like in an alley somewhere. It was like, there's a mattress and a box spring. We took it.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. It's because we have people sleeping there all the time.
Yeah.
So we just...
Never know when you need another bed.
Like
Well,
a spare room kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember when our buddy Ryan Shelby, who ended up robbing us, moved to California.
Yeah.
Shelby took our PlayStation 2 memory card, all the shit I had on it too. Stole a gun, everything.
Yeah, and a
else.
gun.
He had a gun, you know. So this kid stole it. Well, anyways, I remember he was failing, and this kid just stopped caring. So we were like, "You're going to go to fucking school, and you're going to fucking graduate, motherfucker." So we would get to school and like, where the hell did he go? Yeah, we couldn't find him. So we found out that he was just driving there with us, and then like when we got out, and when he got out, he'd run back to his car and go back to the house and sleep.
Yeah.
So we caught him, okay, and said, "You can't do that again." So eventually, once again, a week later, we couldn't find him. We went back to the house, couldn't find him. So I don't know how this happened. We get down in the basement. He's sleeping in the worst basement in the world.
Terrible basement.
This dark, cold, obviously unfinished basement that stunk on this crappy ass mattress like a drug house. He's just sleeping there.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to not graduate that bad? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm saying you wanted to not go to school that much.
Yeah, he would sleep on this terrible mattress, dude.
Yeah. And then we had Steve live down there for a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah,
He
dude. We
stayed down there?
No,
Like,
Steve,
willingly?
During a party, Steve just... Okay, I love Steve, but this
Yeah.
kid, he shit himself in 7th grade on the bus during a field trip. And it was so bad.
It ruined his
they had
entire
to,
social
They had to
life.
fucking tape up the fucking bus like in
Like a hazmat
with
scene?
caution tape. Yeah,
terrible.
And
I can't
everyone
imagine
knows
someone
about. Oh
having-
yeah, the kid who shit himself. That's who he is.
Can't imagine someone having shit like in their
you'd be
pants,
like-
walking around like at a McDonald's or anything.
Right.
So he was always.
But you can be like, hey, this is Steve. Like, oh, I know Steve. Like, no, he's cool though. He's
yeah,
cool. 'Cause
yeah.
Steve is cool.
I'd always. I had to make up stories about him saving my life and all kinds of shit. He was always trying to like prove himself so he can reinvent himself.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but I think he did. I think people come to like him a lot.
Eventually, yeah.
Like towards the end of senior year. But what was I saying?
We had him
Sleep in the
living-
Oh yeah, during a party, and this is real bad. But and Eric, and he was completely compliant with this. He probably helped me actually.
Complacent.
Yeah, complacent, as I said. He was very complacent. During a party, we had a bunch of girls who graduated the year before coming, and all these good-looking girls. I was like, all right, Steve, we love you, but you can't be here when these fucking girls get here.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, seriously? I said, yeah, you can't be here, bro. When are you gonna go? And he wouldn't go, so we had to drag him to the basement. And we locked the door. And he was going, ah!
We actually dragged him. Like, we were carrying him.
Yeah, he was
three
like
people
grabbing
carrying
him,
him
like,
like
fuck
this.
you guys. I was like hitting him in the stomach. I was like, you're going, or you're leaving.
And we locked the door from the other
And then
side.
Cody was like, we can't just toss him outside because he'll come back, man. We gotta put him in the basement, man.
We gotta lock him.
And he's like, Shane, don't you want this? Don't you want that? Because we were talking about
my
all the things
gosh.
we wanted, like out of our senior year. Like this is one of our first big parties. Like Steve, you're going to this fucking basement. So I remember it was like the
like
next
Harry
morning,
Potter.
because we're gonna have another party on Saturday. It was the next morning. We forgot about him down there, and we had this joke, okay, where like if you say Unleash Steve, he'll start doing this thing going, ah. You guys remember, don't you?
Yeah, be careful saying that. What if he's listening?
I know,
We just
exactly.
destroy where-
Contain Steve.
And like,
He's listening
and
at
like,
work.
literally like 5 years later, we'd be somewhere and he would still like, if I say Unleash Steve at McDonald's, he would still do it. Just, he's committed to the joke. Okay?
Like, he's so committed to the joke that he would hurt you. He would hurt people.
He would
Yes.
scratch
He would
me. He'd
attack
start biting
strangers.
my
I
chest.
remember it was
I'd be bleeding.
It was our first time at OhioCon. And I remember that happening, and like he's like going around just crazily in the hotel room, and he's diving at me, and I moved aside. He slammed his head into the wall.
yeah, like the raptor in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. See, the first time it ever happened, we were all in a car.
Actually, if you go to one of our old videos, like me.
But the very first time that ever happened was we were in a car and Steve was in the back, like in the trunk, because we didn't have enough room.
Oh yeah.
We opened
So
it
that
up.
mother- he
We
stunk.
opened it up, and Zach, our friend Zach, goes, "Unleash Steve," and we open it, and Steve jumped out, attacking
Whoa,
people.
no, but-
And we all loved it so much that eventually we were like, all right, that's funny, it's funny. So then we would just like, if someone was like beside you and they annoyed you, you'd be like, all right, well, fucking unleash Steve, and you hear, and you can run and attack people,
Yeah, he would, like,
And he wouldn't stop until you said contain Steve. So then we would have to contain him, and then it just became this joke.
and then he
that
acted like he
became a
didn't
real-
remember. Like,
It was like a,
amnesia.
yeah, it was like a blackout moment.
But it became a joke that became a real threat.
Real threat.
You can do
Oh,
if
if
you did it
he
in the
bite me, I'd be bleeding on my chest and everything, dude. He had blood on his mouth. I'm telling you, he's like it was nuts.
We were like at OhioCon one time, and like walking down the hallway, and Zach just unleashed Steve, and he just ran out of nowhere and tackles him. Let's fall down the steps.
Yeah, and he's like running at people going, ah! Remember, you start petting him? And you go, ah! It was crazy. Well, at WaveCon, I actually...
Pet him. He's like,
Yeah. At WaveCon, I actually showed people the video.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it up now because it's so embarrassing.
yeah.
Of me, you, and Zach and Steve at a hotel room when you would not wake
I
up.
wouldn't wake up. I didn't want to leave. I'm too tired. And I'm sitting there, I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, all right, I'll just get up later. And Zach said, get up, Eric, get up. Unleash Steve.
And he comes out this crack in the wall.
No, in the video, like there's that space between the bed and the wall, and he's just like emerging, he's crawling out.
And he's like trying to drag Eric to the depths. Monster. Good lord. Well, anyways, one thing that was funny, to correct your story, is when Zach said unleash Steve, Steve heard him and he started going like a monster trying to get out of the trunk. Okay. And then also, like during this party, we would take people over to the door and like start knocking on it. And then Steve would go, ah!
And they're like, oh my God, what's in there?
And I remember, anyway, so the next day we have another party. I'm like, what are we going to do? And Cody's like, we're keeping him down there again. I'm like, we can't do that. He's like, no, fuck no, we're keeping him down there again. I'm like, he's going to be thirsty. So Cody grabs his 24-pack of water and just opens the door. And Steve is running up the stairs. And Cody's like, oh, shit. And he throws a pack of water just rolling down the stairs and hits him. Yeah, and we keep him down there till Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Food.
He didn't have any food.
What are the bathroom?
I know, he didn't have that. He pissed in the corner instead. And then, actually, I think I remember we threw a bunch of chips at him.
Bunch of chips.
Yeah.
Well,
So that was always one of the famous
chips or
stories.
lights?
No, there's no light. It's complete darkness. Yeah.
No wonder he turned into an animal whenever you said unleash Steve.
Yeah, and then, oh man, because we
had this, like,
poor
we were
man.
so ashamed to be his friend that we had to lock him there so no one would see him.
But hey, whenever there weren't girls there, we let him out.
Yeah, we let him out. We let him out to run around.
Girls there.
Like a pet.
Yeah, dude.
It's terrible.
So yeah, dude.
I remember going to Shogun with Aaron. It was one of the first few times that you and I went to Shogun together. Mm-hmm. And Steve was there with his mom. And you said, hey, I think that's Steve.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, you mean like Stinky Steve? He's like, yeah, I think that's him.
That looks like him over there.
There's a lot.
And I was so tempted to
No.
say, even though I don't know him and he doesn't know me. I was like, I want to say it.
I like
He's
to
like,
think
Aaron
that-
was like, don't, in case he does. That's his mom.
I'd like to think that in respect of the time we had with Steve, that if he heard that, he would be like, for old times. sake,
For old times.
Yeah.
wreck that fucking place.
What he would do would turn the tables up, all the just poor Japanese immigrants. They'd be sitting there trying to make their sushi, freaking out.
Now, anyone that knows a Steve is going to say that in case it's that Steve.
Trying to
Yeah,
find
right?
Steve.
In case they meet a Steve in their
and-
life.
well, he was Stinky Steve, and then he turned into Samurai Steve.
Samurai Steve.
Samurai Steve.
Yeah.
Didn't he have another name after that?
There was a lot of names.
I can't remember. Damn it. Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever told the Samurai Steve story on the podcast, have we?
Samurai Steve.
I don't know if we have.
I think you have.
Well, no, that's a different Samurai
Oh, okay.
Steve story. I don't know if, should we? I don't know if we should.
Battle Axe Steve. There's that one.
Well, Battle Axe Steve, yeah, I remember that one.
Well, there's this. Okay, I'll tell Battle Axe Steve real quick. There's this kid named Brandon Dusky. We found a bunch of porn in his DVD player that we did not find acceptable at at the time of that climate.
Yeah, that climate. Yeah, you did.
All these young men, we find this type of porn. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
We found it, and then of course, we were pretty immature about it. We like drew shit over his wall and everything. He came home.
We gotta remember too. This is the kid that he wanted to come and live in the Thirstry house. None of us really did,
But we won his
but
money.
we needed rent.
Yeah, so we
So
like.
at first, he was the kid that slept in the corner of a hallway with like sheets up.
Yeah.
And did like 50% of the rent.
Yeah, 50%.
But eventually, enough time passed where he was allowed a room when one opened up.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But he was still
he had
paying
his
half
own
the
room,
rent.
and then it was found by White Power Matt in his room.
White Power Matt. Yeah,
Yeah, White Power Matt found
yeah. So, anyways, what happened was this kid was going to move out, and he's arguing with us about money. Make a long story short, Steve, like it's physically escalating. I thought we were getting a fight, and I'm thinking, all right, let's rumble, baby. Well, Steve comes out. I'm like, oh, there's Steve. Then he has his axe that's sharp.
Yeah.
Like this sharp ass axe.
Like one of the ones we had.
Like he's going to hit him in the back of the head, and we're looking. I'm like, don't do that.
Steve, no!
And then he takes his axe, wraps, and this guy doesn't even have conflict with Steve. So he's just arguing, and all of a sudden there's this stinky man behind him with his axe. Like he grabs the axe like this, okay? And the sharp pointed axe is right here against his fucking jugular.
Yeah.
And he's like wrestling to the ground. I'm thinking, oh my god. This
We're
is-
like, Steve, what are you doing, Steve?
Just stop! We're trying to help this kid.
He was
now.
arguing with you. He was so loyal.
Yeah, he was so loyal. Okay.
Arguing with you.
And another story is
Because he
this.
has Stockholm syndrome because you locked him in the basement.
Maybe.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah. At this point, he did have his own room.
Yeah.
Because he had that couch.
He had his own room.
And during this party, these kids who didn't like, they liked us, but they didn't like him. During this party, they pissed all over his couch, and he still kept it in his room.
Steve's couch?
Yeah, he just put a blanket on it. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? This is terrible. Like, you can't even smell it anymore.
You can't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, I'm gonna tell the story. Okay, well,
Which story?
Battle Axe.
Samurai Steve.
Samurai
Steve.
Steve.
That's a longer story.
It's a longer
It starts
story,
at
but
it starts at OhioCon.
it is an epic.
It's an epic story. Okay. It starts at
I'm
Ohio.
trying to think, like, do you need to leave anything out? I think you'll be okay.
Nah.
Just don't use full names and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
don't use full names.
First names at most.
So we're at OhioCon, and Zach Brucker.
Oh my.
Daggone it, Shane. We just said.
we're at OhioCon.
Yeah.
And I remember me and you and Jordan
Yep.
were eating Reese Trilla.
We were
He doesn't care. He comes up,
Say first names.
running at us, saying, "Guys,
we were in the food court having
yes,
a good time.
Yes, having a great time."
Reese comes around the corner. You know, his little tiptoe run that he does.
Yep, he's 5'6",
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he says, "Guys," and he basically tells us a story of he walks into the hotel room that we all share.
Yeah, we had one room.
Okay, and you gotta remember, Stinky Steve couldn't come this weekend because he couldn't afford it because his mom he got to fight with his mom, and his mom kicked him out, and then he got fired from his job.
And he couldn't get gas in his.
And he couldn't get gas.
So it was gonna be like all of you guys with Steve
and his girlfriend.
and Steve's girlfriend, right?
Yes, and Steve's girlfriend. Well,
But Steve couldn't come.
okay, so Reese
So
walked.
did his girlfriend still come?
His girlfriend still came.
Stone came.
Two-
It was one of those things where it was like, we can't say no, so I guess she can stay in the room.
Yeah. So Reese goes into the room, and he sees.
And she wasn't like oh yeah, I'm glad she's around. You
Yeah,
know?
it was like, God, this girl's here. Fuck.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it was Steve's girlfriend.
Yeah. And you can imagine what that means. Okay.
She actually went to my high school because I went to a different school than these guys.
Yeah. He went to. Yeah. Well, Reese says he walks in, sees her underneath our other buddy, and they're just going to town, and he's like, oh, "Fuck, this is not good." So he, before the door closes, he grabs the door, steps backwards, walks out. He's walking in the hallway, and all of a sudden the door slams. And he's
You know
like,
that because when you leave these things open, they just
the hotel doors, and he's like, "Oh shit!" So he starts running, comes in, tells us the story. Okay, we're like, "Oh God, what are we gonna do?" Like, and I'm like, "We're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna mention anything.
we don't say a word.
We're not gonna say anything. We act like everything's cool." Okay.
Because this was a threaded friendship between those two. You know.
Yes, and we don't want to fuck it up because
Yeah.
I didn't want it to ruin the Third Street house or anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shane was a linchpin in a big web of friends. You know.
Yeah.
You pluck anyone, the spider has to go and try to fix it. You know?
Yeah. So what happened was, like a couple weeks later, Zach at this point knows that we know, but
Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody. Well, a couple weeks later at the Third Street house, I'm in my bedroom.
You guys are in your bedroom upstairs. I'm in my bedroom downstairs.
Well, that's the community room.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
The bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. And then Steve's, who has his own bedroom now with the piss couch,
Yeah.
he's in his room. He's on his computer listening to Maya He, Maya Ha, playing
that
Final
was
Fantasy 11.
happening around then.
Playing Final Fantasy 11.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He was playing that entire game for days and days and days. And for some reason, I think just to annoy us, he was playing Numa Numa
Yeah.
On repeat?
Yeah.
for like 9 hours a day. I forgot all about that. He was doing that. But yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. Playing Final Fantasy 11 or listen to Avril Lavigne, okay? Which,
Yeah.
Props to him.
And
He messaged me. I'm like, I'm talking to Joy actually at the time.
You gotta remember too, there was no texting then.
Yeah.
This is still IM when you had a computer.
AOL.
Yeah.
AOL, instant
It was
messaging.
AOL at that point.
I'm sitting there with with all my chicks on one side, you know what I mean? Then I'm talking to Joy over here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then he pops up. He just says, "Is it true?" I know.
What?
I know exactly what he's talking about, and I'm like, I didn't answer for a while. I was like, shit. What?
And the funny thing is, they're like, there's a wall between them.
there's a
He's
wall.
in his room and Shane's in this room.
Yeah.
There's a wall, and they're both doing this.
Yeah, and I just said, "Is what true?" He said, "Shane, is it true?" And I put ... yes.
And I hear from my room,
Like he rips his room apart. I hear like the walls are shaking. I go in there to try to calm him down.
yeah.
And he was like, "I'm fucking going out." At this point, our buddy Zach moved back out into the camper that me and him used to live in before he moved here. Because he just couldn't handle all the parties and stuff like that.
About 15 minutes away from town.
Yeah.
Out in the
So he's out in the country. So at this point, he says, "I'm going out there. I'm going to fucking talk to him right now." And he was pissed. Okay. He grabs his sword off the wall. Okay. And mind you, there's a sword on the wall, and
What
there's
kind
a
of
wall,
sword?
and it's a samurai sword. It's a samurai sword. It's
a katana.
He grabs it off the wall, and mind you, there's a wall of things here. So remember this wall.
Yeah.
It's very important to the story.
He grabs his sword and he's rushing to his Red Dragon van. We call it the Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Because it was powered by willpower.
Yeah.
Because he often was like, I don't have enough money for
He
gas.
has no gas, and
But
this
he-
guy would run on this thing for days.
But he would still get there. I don't know
He'd
how
still
it
get
happened.
there.
But anyway, he ran out there and we're all trying to stop him.
Yeah,
to
and
the
this-
point
there-
of like, it was like fist fighting.
Yeah, we're
Like
fist
he's
fighting.
fucking blocking people and shit.
Yeah, he's
We're-
like Neo from the Matrix. And I'm sitting there like Agent Smith after
Yeah.
Neo realizes he's the one.
It's like super
You know,
slow. Like,
Yeah.
trying to grab him and shit. And, he's rushing to his van.
Yeah. Anyway, so and there's a point where I'm on top of the van, and he's doing like donuts in the middle of the
whipping
road,
it back and forth?
in the middle of Third Street on the road,
gosh.
trying to whip me off.
At that point, I'm just kind of watching like,
And then I remember I'm punching him as hard as I can in the fist, and he's just like, his teeth are getting more crooked. You know what I mean?
No, they're getting straighter.
Getting straighter. Okay. So and then eventually Ryan Shelby runs up and rips
yeah.
the keys out
They get it
in the middle of the
parking.
yellow line in the middle of the road, and we run, and we start running. He's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" He was pissed, right?
Yeah.
We go inside. He's outside, like.
What time of day is this?
Like 1 in the morning.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, how there's no traffic during
Yeah,
this whole time,
no.
you know?
It was
3rd
late.
Street.
It was
Yeah.
really late.
There's no traffic in Marietta at 1 in the morning.
No, you can sleep in it. We'll wake up at like 5 o'clock and set your alarm. You'll be okay.
You gotta move.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
move in.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're downstairs in the living room, and then all of a sudden over here, like, "Fuck you!" And then the van drives off because he went up and got his spare keys.
Yeah, we left him like just sitting in the grass, you know, and went inside. We got his keys. We're fine. What he had done is he went around like the back.
Yeah, because his.
Crawled in the window.
Yeah, well, his is upstairs.
Snuck up the stairs.
Yeah.
What?
Got his keys to the same thing back, same thing to leave. Got in his car, and then he just peels out and screams, "Fuck yeah!" And we all run out, and he's just crazy look in his eyes. Ah! And he, you know, and he takes off. And we're like, "Shit!
Yeah.
What are we doing?" And there was a guy that I don't even know who it was.
The guy running for mayor.
Yeah.
Next door, he adopted all those African kids.
Yes. But and then there was these other 2 kids there that had like a white truck. I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
Tyler,
It was Tyler Schramm.
Yeah.
And Chase.
We were just like, he's gonna go kill our friend, you know. Like, and they're like,
And they
"All
used
right."
to, and they party with us all the time.
And they were cool. They were like, "All right, let's go stop him."
Let's go stop him, guys. So we
So
get his truck.
everybody
The guy
got in
running
this
for
white-
mayor went to help stop you. Is that what you said?
No, that's the other
He's just
guy.
a
He was
neighbor.
just
He just
there.
always would look out. What the hell these guys?
Yeah.
So did he win?
No, he didn't go.
Oh, he was
No,
just there.
he didn't.
So we get
he
in the
didn't
back
win
of
the
this.
mayor election either.
We get in the back of this white truck, and this kid, whoever it was, I mean, he's a hero, but he drove like 80 miles an hour the entire time.
Down like
through
Colgate
town.
and through town.
He is one of those fuckers had a police scanner.
Yeah.
And it actually worked back then, you know?
Yeah.
And I was in the back of this truck, like, wanting, we're gonna go stop Steve, but I thought I was gonna die. Like, I'm going to die. My fat ass gonna fly out over around a corner. I'm gonna die, and then it's gonna be Steve's fault.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what? There's like 6 or 7 of us, like going out. We gotta go stop.
Yeah, in the back
Steve.
of this truck, and then they're up front driving.
And then while it's happening, don't we call, or someone calls?
Yeah, we call Matt, who's with his girlfriend. He's like, "Oh, fuck you guys, you're getting laid, motherfuckers!" And just hangs up on us. Like, it's his first girlfriend, basically, that he's had sex with. So they're going crazy. That's right. Well,
And then Matt calls Zach.
yeah, Matt eventually calls Zach and says, "Hey, just like fucking he's
He's like, get ready,
Get
Zachy.
ready, get pumped.
Zachy,
Steve's coming, baby. He's got a sword. He's gonna whoop your ass, bitch." And he did the worst possible way. Okay.
So we pull up.
Well, no. First, we were driving, and then the Red Dragon is actually parked.
No,
Right?
No, not at all. We pull up to the
I know this better than
we
I
get up to
know.
the camper, and Zach is outside with the shotgun.
Oh shit!
Listen,
With
you
his
guys,
boots.
you guys got there and Steve wasn't
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
wasn't
we
there
got there.
yet.
Steve was not there.
Yeah.
Zach was there waiting, and then 5 minutes later, and this is pitch dark, all the way on what's called Long Road, really long, far off, I see 2 headlights of the Red Dragon pull around the corner, stop. I mean, it's like 3/4 of a mile away, and turn off. And we're all just like, and it's foggy. We're all like looking. Zach's there, like a rocking chair with his shotgun.
Yeah.
His shotgun and
Because he
cowboy
was
hat.
really, at the time, I think he was really into Bud from Kill Bill.
He really
my
was.
gosh.
Like that's why.
So he was playing fucking Johnny Cash and shit.
Yeah.
And we just
Like
sit there and wait.
blaring
There's like five or six of us sentinels in front of him. Like, we gotta stop Steve, you know. And just from the darkness, you just see him walk. And
he.
what happened was, when he told us this later, what happened was is that he took off. He saw us all looking at him. He thought it was funny. He's like, all right, I ain't going out there. I'm gonna go back. So he drove back. We were all gone. And he's like, oh, they thought I went out there. So he got every weapon in the house and put it all over him. He was like
Like an anime character.
like an anime character in his kimono.
Yeah.
And then he had his long hair, and he had it up to the top knot. He comes out of the darkness, and he has 10 weapons on him.
And he bows.
And he looks at Zach Brooker, and he bows. He wants an honor duel.
Yeah.
And we were like, this isn't happening.
He takes a sword. Zach fires his shotgun in the air.
So he like
these
runs
weapons are
towards us, and we run at him, and he goes off into the woods. So we spend like an hour and a half looking for him.
Yeah, we're trying to find
We're
him.
like, Steve, if Zach finds you, he's gonna shoot you. You're on his land, man.
Yeah.
And eventually, I was the one that found him. He was in a briar patch.
In this briar patch it's as big as it's half of this room.
It's gigantic. And
Yeah.
It's terrible. And
Just
he
imagine-
somehow wormed his way in there, and he was sitting in there like this. And I go, Steve, I see you. And he just. I'm like, Steve, we have to go.
Yeah, you're like, I see you, dude.
Because I think Zach called the police at one
Yeah,
point.
he called the
Because he was like, my grandma lives here and stuff like that. The house was a little further back from the camper. He's like, you gotta go. You gotta get him. The cops are gonna come. Get him before, you get him out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, Steve, we gotta go. The cops are coming, man.
And he's
I'm like, Steve, I will come in there after you.
yeah.
He didn't respond. I just went right through.
Yeah, but you had a hard time getting in.
I know, but I cut myself real bad.
And then
too.
right when you get to he just runs.
And then he just didn't get cut once.
Where's this kimono?
Yeah, dude. Oh.
But I'll never forget.
Well, remember he hit fucking Ryan Shelby with like a metal pipe.
That's right.
Yeah.
We were all looking for him. With Steve, half the time it was serious, and half the time it was.
Yeah.
It was for
Ridiculous.
so he could tell the story later, maybe, or we
Yeah.
could tell the story about him. But I'll never forget him coming out of the shadows, being like, "Where the hell would Steve go? Oh, there he is, and he has more than he left with."
Yeah.
I'll never forget that image.
Yeah. Well, and then eventually
So it was like swords and
We had
axes
a-
and stuff.
mine-
He had axes. He had swords.
we talk him down,
yeah.
and we drive out.
We get the hell out of
yeah,
there,
and then
yeah.
so Steve. What happens is we leave because they're talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
And eventually, what happened is Zach had to go get Steve gas.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Steve ran out of gas.
Yeah. Oh my
The red dragon that runs on
that why he
willpower. He
stopped?
had no more willpower
Is that why
left.
he stopped at the end of the road because he ran out of gas?
Probably. I don't, he ran against it. Zach, the man he went to the fight had to go get gas from our barn and put it into the van.
Like, all right, get the hell out of here.
And
He
then,
banged his girlfriend.
yeah. And then, and that's why the whole thing started, because he banged his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, and we find this out later. Steve goes out to the cemetery that's next to his girlfriend's house
In Beverly, yeah.
in Beverly. He goes out to the cemetery. He takes the samurai sword and he cuts off his fucking hair.
His ponytail.
top
His
knot.
ponytail, his top knot. He cuts off like a
he-
disgraced samurai.
Because he was ashamed.
Yeah, he was ashamed. And you walk into the room and he fucking just nailed it to the wall. And it stunk so bad.
Next to the sword.
Yeah, dude.
And thus was the legend of Samurai Steve.
Yeah, that's it right there, brother. But that story spread like a wildfire, dude.
You apparently have told that on the podcast before.
Yeah, sorry, I guess.
But
Sorry,
it's
everyone.
new to a lot of people. as
Yeah.
well.
Good.
That's
So-
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Aaron,
Well, my favorite thing of the week. Been like an hour. On this past Sunday, me and Melanie went out. There was the Pinta and the Nina, which were like two boats, I guess
That Columbus brought.
that
Yeah.
came over with Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Which they're still around. They haven't been destroyed or anything.
Well,
so like
they're recreations.
Yeah, they're recreations of it.
they've been. I think they're still generally the boat that just keeps being remade.
I don't think so.
Because a lot of the stuff they have on there is updated, but there's a lot of stuff they have on there that's not.
Yeah.
And some stuff looks kind of original, and some stuff looks completely redone.
Yeah, it's kind of
So
a lot of
I-
boats like they have the same name, but they're not the same boat as when they were christened. Like, because every part has been changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure it's all been
that's-
changed by now.
Yeah, it's
but I
motorized.
think it's that over time it's been this boat
Yeah.
over time being
I think
remade.
I read that it was a recreation or a I don't know what the right word would be. But
It's a replica.
replica. Yeah.
Is it a full
both,
replica?
They're both full
Yeah.
replicas.
Soft reboot.
Okay.
But it's just
So
yeah.
we
For
went to
all
go
intents
see
purposes.
that and talk about that and everything.
That was over at Parkersburg, right?
Yeah, and I was like, man, I wish these would have been here when we did the Black Sails thing, because
Right.
they were boats. But I went
man.
there and I was looking for the helm, and I'm like looking around for the helm of it.
Oh, there we go.
And I'm like, where the fuck's the helm?
Yeah.
Where do they steer this thing from? And then eventually I found out they have a tiller, which is basically just a rudder like you would have on a boat.
Yeah.
And there isn't. There's just someone has to stay here and turn this big giant stick
Yeah.
back and forth. And they also have it where you can join their crew for 3 to 4 weeks. So if you want to join their crew and be on this boat,
Oh,
while they
really?
sail around and show it off and stuff like that, you can join for like 3 to 4 weeks.
We could have
or
made
be
the
a
best
cook.
intro ever.
What? That would be amazing.
Aaron comes back, he's jacked.
I was like, man,
he's got
that'd make a
his
hell of a
beard.
vlog to like go for 3 to 4 weeks. We're just on this boat.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
filming what we're doing and shit.
It'd be better than Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So
Yeah, that'd be
But
Yar, prepare to be boarded.
but after we were done with that, we went to Golden Corral, and my favorite thing of the week was probably that we were there and we all sat down. It's me and Melanie and all 4 kids, from like 2 to 8,
Sure.
And I was getting Leon and Colson. I took them up and got them food and brought them back. And I took Kanan up and got him food. And then Melanie went up and got Ayla food. And while we were eating, there was an older couple that were sitting near us. And at one point, like, Ayla was kind of talking to the older lady there, and she was smiling about it and stuff. But then after they got up to leave, they were like, your kids are so well behaved. I've never seen so many kids being so good. And I was like, thank you. They're like, you guys are doing a good job. And I was like, oh, well, awesome. And I was like, that's probably my favorite thing of the week. Just this older couple just saw us with all these kids, and like, your kids are good. And I was like, awesome. And I think, though, that I said to Mel, I was like, wasn't last time we were at Golden Corral, there was some random people that were like, your kids are really good. And I was like, thank you. So apparently at Golden Corral, they're really good.
Good.
So that was probably my favorite thing of the week. The other thing was, like, on Tuesday, we powered through all of the Uldir dungeon, the raid with like 25 people.
Yeah.
We got through all 7 or 8 bosses or whatever in one night, which was awesome. So now we're getting better at that. Now we're going to go into
Is that on Twitch?
I didn't stream it.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't getting amazing views whenever I streamed it one time. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to stream it because I want to get partnered. So I didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought about doing local recordings and putting it up there, but we're going to move on to heroics, which is like the next step up of more difficulty. They add more things. Like one boss is on an elevator. Now the elevator, instead of just being an elevator that is slowly, like, you're getting filled up with like gunk you can't stand in. Now there's also lasers.
Yeah.
As you go down the elevator, there's just lasers that will kill you if you're standing in the wrong spots.
Jeez.
So it gets difficult. So that was cool too.
Cool. Over the last week, I've been working on the website a lot after hours. So there hasn't been a tremendous amount that I've gotten to do. But the best thing probably, I'd never finished Dragon Ball Z. And so the first time I watched it, I borrowed the DVDs from Eric.
Yep.
And so I borrowed like season 4, I think.
Yeah, I had those orange box sets.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening to the good, the good music.
Yes.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
American broadcast, yeah.
And then I didn't see Eric for a long time. So I had that DVD still.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah.
But I never got to go forward either. So finally I gave him his DVD back, and I just started this week starting the Cell Saga for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's not really a spoiler, but seeing Piccolo power up.
Yeah.
Fuse, yeah.
So good.
Oh, it's great, dude.
God damn, man. I
Yeah.
forgot how good that show is. I forgot how much I love his voice.
Yeah.
And it just lit me up. I was like,
Yeah. I love
Dude,
that.
I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah, I
dude.
always
Some of
loved
the-
that moment.
Like some of the best, most memorable moments. Like, it's weird how much Dragon Ball Z had an influence on me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in terms of like, even though like the way they translated, they made Goku a little more heroic. But because of that, I'm like, well, Goku is a man. He fights for his friends. He does,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He hates evil. You know what I mean? So that really had a big influence on me.
And I mentioned it to you guys before, but it's so much easier, I think, to remember everything in Dragon Ball Z because they had to stretch it.
Yeah.
Like, every moment gets its due time, or maybe even more than its due time.
Yeah.
But because of that, it has a chance to sink in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and really feel impactful.
Yeah, nothing was like, wait, what did the hell just happen?
Yeah.
So
It's
is-
usually
is-
like,
yeah.
okay.
Is that the last thing you've seen so far? Was that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited for you to. There's some good stuff coming up, man.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say too, I just remembered because I reached in my pocket. It's not my favorite thing of the week, but this morning I came in and I was making breakfast. I was making eggs and grits and stuff, and something got stuck on the bottom of my foot. And how I feel most people usually do is, like, if you're standing there barefoot and something gets stuck on your foot, you just scrape it off with your other foot. Like, you just kind of rub it across your foot.
yeah.
Like across the top of the foot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I did. Like, it felt like something on there. I'm like, what is it, like an old stale chip or something? I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I went to scrape it across the top of my foot, and it hurt. I'm like, man, that hurt a lot. Like that, and I looked down, and there was a scrape on my foot. And then this scrape started bleeding. I realized it wasn't a scrape; it was a cut. I gashed my foot open with whatever was on the bottom of my foot.
It was a gash. Too.
I like, oh shit, and it started bleeding. I took it over to Eric, who was in the office, and I'm like, Eric, look, my foot's bleeding. I just cut it with something. And later I went back and found this. I don't know how the hell we're gonna.
They can see it pretty
Can
well.
you see this thing?
It's like half the size of your. It's like a quarter of the size of your pinky nail.
It's
Made of
so
ceramic,
small.
I think.
ceramic,
Yeah.
or at least a glass bowl, but it's flat on one side, which I think this side stuck on my foot.
Yeah.
And then there's this sharp, pointy side
It's like a chisel
that I
sticking
just
down.
scraped along the top of my foot really hard, and it went pretty deep into my foot. It just started bleeding.
It looks like a box cutter, like that you do this.
Yeah,
it looks like
it's
that.
like just a straight line.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh shit, and then I was putting up videos, and that sucks.
So I hobbled upstairs and like put pressure on it with a paper towel and cleaned up with water and stuff. And then I went to get a Band-Aid, and all we had were like these Star Wars and Candyland Band-Aids that were really small.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting like this big giant Band-Aid that is like has way too big of a square, but it was big enough to cover the whole gash. So
Yeah.
Show
put
us
it
the
on there.
wound. Show us the gash, Aaron.
I have a
He has a
picture on my
bandage
phone.
right now.
Yeah, it has a Band-Aid
You
on it
can
right
Discord
now.
it to me.
See the Band-Aid? Oh. See?
Cover up your toes. Look
That's
at you.
like-
You're so ashamed of them.
This is half of the Band-Aid right there. So it wraps around to the bottom of his
My
foot
phone's
too.
downstairs. I can get my phone and send you a picture. We can show it here in a minute.
Okay.
Just imagine a foot with a cut on it, real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
But
top of the
it's-
foot.
So that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it is.
It went like along behind my big toe, like
Yeah.
and like down around it a
Yeah.
little bit. It was terrible. I hated it.
Okay. So the
I
first
think you topped your first bad story with that worst story, Aaron. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. What was my
In
first bad
terms
story?
of like your suffering.
Oh, I don't remember. What was my first bad story?
Oh no, that wasn't that bad. I just.
That was your bad story.
I think what you just said has topped everything.
I think it did. Yeah.
So the first thing in the news I have is Telltale Games going bankrupt.
Did you say what you think this
Yeah.
is?
They think it's from a piece of the Ravenclaw mug.
yeah.
Rick
Oh,
thinks it's from
yes.
his mug, so now I've blamed Rick
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
what this is.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, Telltale.
Yeah.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah, so Telltale Games just released the newest chapter of their Walking Dead series. But they are going bankrupt. But the big thing is they laid off hundreds of employees in advance
Yeah.
with no like warning or anything. So the newest thing on that is an employee or multiple employees are filing a lawsuit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looks like here, for the WARN Act, which basically says that you have to give employees
Notice.
60 days notice in advance of mass layoffs, things like that. They laid off 275 employees all at once
Jeez.
without really any notice or anything. I saw like a few of the employees, like one of them had just moved like across the country, you know,
To Telltale.
my gosh.
yeah, to work there and stuff.
Good
so-
lord.
I,
Dude,
I heard a
that's
rumor
terrible.
that Ubisoft was in talks with a lot of the
Developers.
employees, developers. I'm not sure what part. Some part of Telltale, where maybe
Yeah.
Ubisoft may acquire some of them.
A lot of
or
companies
a
reached
company
out.
or
Yeah, they
something
put out.
like that.
those
They basically
people.
tweeted out. And can we just say that they actually done a lot for the video game industry?
Ubisoft.
Telltale?
No, Telltale.
They released some great games that have been well loved. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That are awesome. Kind of bringing back
The
these
point-and-click
adventure
adventure game.
games.
Yeah,
to the
I mean, they
public's-
brought back the genre, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the public's consciousness.
It really wasn't around much until Wolf Among Us and what was
Well,
before
Back to the Future
that?
No,
came
no, no.
first, right?
No.
Walking Dead.
Before Wolf Among Us was
Wallace and Gromit,
yeah.
but the first one I think was like Strong Bad.
Oh, Strong
They did
Bad,
those?
really?
Yeah.
Telltale did those.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Damn. Did not know that. I remember they came out for the Wii
That
because they
sounds
also
right, right?
came out with the new Monkey Island game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Rick started kind of getting me into those because he showed me Phoenix Wright, and I was like, man, I gotta follow this man wherever he goes.
See, I know a lot of people were wanting like another Game of Thrones Telltale.
Yeah, 'cause the first one was supposed to be pretty good.
Wolf Among Us 2, like
Yeah.
things like that, and
I want another Back to the Future game, man.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they can be bought by another company and still be worked on by someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
thought they sold well and did well enough that they would do okay. We still got letters every once in a while saying about new things that they were working on and
Oh,
whatnot. and I
Batman
never-
was so good too. I played the first Batman. I fucking loved it, man.
Telltale
Gosh.
Borderlands.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure of like, you know, what their profits were or anything like that, but I mean, they released great games. The last bad one was Jurassic Park, I think.
Yeah, and just because like the type of story.
Yeah.
Like these dinosaurs are chasing you, and you can't like sit there for a second. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I played The Walking Dead Part 1. That's one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Like, it's very
And actually, I
much
haven't played it yet.
impactful.
I haven't even beat it yet. I haven't even gone through it at
Yeah,
all.
I haven't played it yet. Melanie played it for one of the Scream streams one year, and I remember coming back downstairs after getting off work, and she's down there just crying,
Just sobbing.
You know, I'm like,
Oh.
"What are you doing?" She go away.
Dear Lord.
Was it spoilers at that point?
Well,
for you?
I don't know exactly what happened, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't want to. The season one they have kind of I think takes place like somewhere around like the comics rather than
Yeah.
the TV
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like
But
spoilers for the show.
it's
but
exclusive characters.
yeah,
in the
Yeah.
but they
game.
base it
Right.
on they base the show on the comics. So
There's
not everything that happens is
one
what
character from the comics, I think, that makes an appearance.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it.
From what I understand,
She
they
has her
had,
own spinoff.
they had two episodes left that they were wanting to do.
Yeah.
So
2 left that might get done if it gets bought. If they are able to sue them, the company will get fined, and that money will go to the employees that were laid off. That's how the law works.
yeah.
But a lot of people are asking, like, well, what happens to the profits
properties
of like this Walking Dead game? Like, does that go to pay these employees,
Yeah.
or
I don't know.
how does that work? It certainly isn't going to the employees. It's going to, wherever the debts are for the bankruptcy. But
Yeah.
I just thought they'd be around forever. I'm like, man, they can do like this version. They can do like a one of these games for like every genre that I love. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you can make any kind of like pick a franchise. You can make a Telltale game
It just-
about it.
it's
They-
fucking
I mean,
disappointing.
they did Guardians of the Galaxy, didn't they? Wasn't that
They
what
did.
the one they did?
I don't know much about that style of game, but from what I had read, a lot of people were criticizing them, saying that like they created this great niche and then they flooded the market with it, and it kind of like lessened the sales of the individual games when they had too many games out there.
Possibly. But that also shows like because they're like not small time indie that people love. They're not big AAA. They're like kind of in the middle.
if I
So
remember,
they're saying that like these middle guys, they're going to be out here in a few years.
yeah, if I remember correctly, they almost went out of business early on until they went the episodic route, and then that saved them.
Yeah.
I don't know why, what happened this time or anything like that, but oh yeah, they also did Tales of the Borderlands.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
said about that one a little
Right,
ago.
you said it.
Yeah, that's that. The last, I mean, there's been a lot of big closings like THQ. There was a similar situation with employees then.
Yeah, they did the Blob, didn't they?
They did.
THQ did all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
THQ did.
They used to do all the wrestling games.
Mm-hmm.
The one that hurt me the most was LucasArts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was
Red
just
Faction,
like
right?
Ensemble Studios crushed me. They were the Age of Empires people.
Man, I loved Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Ensemble. Didn't they do Halo Wars? Also the first one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that was the last.
Who's doing
game.
Halo Wars 2 then?
So someone else.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
it would
I
have to be
don't
someone
know
else.
I don't know who.
Okay.
But yeah.
Is that out yet?
Halo Wars 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it? I think it's coming
Is
out for PC as
Okay.
well this time.
I'm pretty sure it's out.
That would be fun.
Which
thought-
PC, if it's coming out for PC, is more enticing to me than
Oh yeah.
Xbox.
It's,
Because
Yeah.
it's been out a while.
I'd much rather play it on a
343
Well, it's made for a controller.
Industries.
343 Industries.
Oh, 343. It's the Guilty Spark.
But I'd much rather play it on PC than on like a controller RTS. It just doesn't play as well to me.
I thought the first one did because they designed it for the controller.
Yeah, it just still felt weird.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
I,
it's
I
simplified
have to
it.
Having
hold,
the thumbstick to track.
I have
and
to
stuff
hold
like
A to try to like select multiple units. So I'd hold it, let go. Like it worked okay for being a console thing, but if it was on PC, I think I'd really would.
I think the Gears of War one isn't that. I think they said that was going to be Windows.
cool.
The
That'd be neat.
Gears of War TS.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I should try Halo Wars 2 sometime. Then.
Yeah.
Is 1313 the most like disappointingly canceled game?
I'd rather have.
I'd rather
have the Force Unleashed 3.
Force Unleashed 3 because Force Unleashed 2 ended on such a cliffhanger for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a whole new game isn't as enticing as
Yeah.
having a wrap up of a series you already were playing.
1313 would have been cool because, from what I understand, there were some plans to kind of tie it into some stuff that was happening in Clone Wars around the time Clone Wars got canceled as well.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Be great if you had, I don't know. I was gonna say had like, Star Killer. What was the game? Force Unleashed 3, but it also tied into like
yeah,
something else.
yeah.
You know, if any of that stuff was tied into like Rebels or something, it would be really cool.
We just had the 10-year anniversary of the first game.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a week ago, right?
I love that game.
Yep.
The story, man.
Sam Witwer came into my life and has never left.
That was his first time being involved in Star
Something like
Wars,
that,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star
And then
Wars
from
in
there, he just
general.
hasn't left. He's just
Yeah.
always.
I mean,
Because he's so
it,
good
at his-
it was
yeah.
that.
He's
and
like
then-
the Stinky Steve of LucasArts.
Yeah, pretty much. He kind of just hung around the Star Wars brand a little bit, and eventually Dave Filoni brought him in to play a role in the Clone Wars, and
Yeah.
then he just kind of sat around, and every once in a while he'd be like, this isn't correct, right?
Yeah.
And be like, huh? He'd be like, it's because he's an encyclopedia.
Yeah,
when it
you
comes
can't
to
do this because of this here. Remember
Yeah.
that? Remember when this happened? He's like,
Yeah.
God damn, you're right.
Like he knows the names of Blue Squadron and their call signs, their call numbers. He knows that shit. He just does,
Yeah.
He's better at me than everything I've ever done.
I remember being at Star Wars Celebration and seeing him like
Yeah.
they're signing things like this guy's better than any of us.
Yeah.
will ever will be. He's better looking. He knows more Star Wars knowledge. He knows like
And that's it.
like,
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all there
I mean,
is.
if he started a reaction channel, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Oh,
watch
yeah.
my own.
Yeah.
For mine, like I think my biggest cliffhanger was probably a PS1 game called Threads of Fate.
Threads of Fate.
Threads
I have
With,
that
with the
game.
rings?
Yep.
I have that game.
That's always the game I think about, and I can never remember what it's called.
Yeah, you had to beat it twice with each character, and it was slightly different, like both the ways through. But when you did that, you got the actual ending, and it was like Threads of Fate 2 coming soon. I was like, yes, and then I was like, no, it's been 20 years.
Does did the studio go under? Or what?
Squaresoft
Well,
now.
Squaresoft and Enix merged, and I think it just got dropped.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
They should bring that back.
I never
the
played.
bouncer.
I never played the series, but I always hear the biggest one is Half-Life. People waiting for Half-Life 3.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally never played 1 or 2.
Yeah, but
I
Valve,
played 2.
I really enjoyed Half-Life.
Valve
Yeah.
doesn't believe in threes, though.
The
Yeah.
Half-Life 2 Episode 2. God damn that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
It's just
you know what had a
devastating.
great cliffhanger too was Republic Commando.
Didn't play it.
That
I mean,
had a great one.
I played a little bit at your
Yeah.
house.
Yep. Our buddy Ryan Weaver worked on that game.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Half-Life 2 is so good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I ever finished 2.
Really?
I think I remember being on a boat, and there was a helicopter chasing me or something.
That's pretty early.
That's the last part I remember.
Yeah.
I think I got lost.
Well,
Yeah.
Rush to the end.
Yeah.
It's so
I was
good.
supposed to be going to some kind of weird, scary place that no one goes. I think.
That's one of the scariest moments in all video games.
Well, I
that
don't think
section.
I ever made it there.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If it was after the boat, I don't remember anything after the boat.
Okay. Also, looks here from CBR.com. Disney plans to use James Gunn's Guardians 3 script.
Yeah. Sean Gunn confirmed this, that Disney will be using it. So it's like, all right, we're going to use his story. We're going to have his dialogue. We're going to make it look like, feel like, and
Sound
be a James Gunn movie just
But no
without
James
him.
Gunn.
I,
Isn't that
I
just?
think that it's the best Disney can do and not go back on themselves when
I guess
firing
it just
that
seems
guy.
weird that, like, you know what, we're not going to use that guy, but we're going to use his content, which is
Yeah.
what they're mad about before.
And I mean,
what he wrote.
His name's still
you
going to
know?
be on the movie.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be on there. But I think I don't know. I think this is the best they can do without admitting that they were wrong for firing him.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they can go through this.
He comes to promotional stuff too.
Maybe they can
They
go
pay
through,
him, you know what I mean?
They can go through this, have like the third movie directed by someone else, and then
Yeah.
maybe find a workaround for the fourth. Well, we fired him for the third movie, but we're
Yeah.
gonna hire him for the fourth
Yeah.
movie.
I mean, the thing is, I think that he has to thank Dave Bautista the most
Oh,
because
yeah.
he refused
Definitely.
to do it unless they used his script. That's how much he believed in that story
Yeah.
and that guy. So, I mean, they're not going to want to recast that dude.
No.
Even
Can't-
though
oh,
fuck no.
even though you're putting on the
He's all
makeup and
makeup
stuff,
and
I mean,
stuff.
that guy,
It's all performance.
he is Drax. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's such an iconic performance.
That every time I see that actor, he's so quiet.
Dave Bautista?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on a
Like,
talk
I've
show
seen him in
or
a few
something.
things and like that.
Yeah.
He's very quiet.
He's
He
in
doesn't talk a
the
lot.
new Blade Runner, and he's awesome in it.
Yeah, he
I
is.
Minor role, and
I
he's
need to see
great.
that.
He plays
He is.
And the first
it's
Blade
real
Runner.
serious. Yeah. Oh.
You
Yeah,
have
definitely.
to.
One of his first roles was the Riddick reboot, I think.
Really?
I haven't seen Riddick.
You haven't seen any of
I
them?
haven't seen. I haven't seen the reboot.
I've seen Pitch Black.
I've seen Pitch Black. I've even seen the animated series, and I
Was
saw
Chronicles
the
a
second one.
reboot or was it a?
Chronicles
A
was
sequel.
the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I've seen,
Pitch Black.
They did another
and then
one since
Chronicles of
then?
Riddick, right?
Oh wow, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
a
haven't
lot of
seen
people
it.
did. I'll show you the poster.
Is still Vin Diesel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he rebooted himself. Damn.
I mean,
Who's going to stop
only
him,
him and
Eric?
Jelly
Who's
Bean.
going to stop
He
him?
only looks better than what he did from Pitch Black, right?
That's fair. Yeah,
yeah.
more tan, more
What year
lean,
was
More
that?
muscles.
more muscles.
Like back then, he was a skinnier
Touch
guy
of
in Pitch
grit.
Black,
Wait.
wasn't he?
Huh? Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was
he'll
pretty
never look
skinny.
as good as he did when he was doing that commercial for Street Sharks.
Street Sharks.
That's true.
You ever see that?
I don't know.
That's fantastic.
Really.
Yeah, he's doing like a demo, and he has he's just wearing like a black leather vest, and he's showing kids these Street Sharks and how awesome they are.
That sounds pretty cool.
Rick, we need to see that as well. I haven't seen it.
Did
Oh, the Street Sharks?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it up. It's good. Okay, well, why? I can't bring that up at the same time, but we can go and see this. I have another piece of content from Cobb.
Cobb.
Yes, he has a shit Aaron says
Oh, finally! I've been waiting.
this time. And I haven't watched it, but I've seen some comments about it, and it might be the best one yet.
I want to hear him bitch more than he does.
Oh no! God damn it!
There we go.
Look at that! Look at that background. Look, how
Look
bad
at that background. Look how I'm a lot fatter.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, this angle doesn't do me many.
Should I go back to those chin straps?
No, you shouldn't. Or those glasses.
What?
Look how little those glasses look on
I
your
know.
face, though.
I got bigger ones. People made fun of my bigger ones.
I know. It's a thing.
You
Like,
made fun of your bigger ones.
I don't know. People on stream.
You're objectively wrong.
People on stream.
Those are chin straps. If you trimmed it up and did like mutton chops,
that's when I let.
Like down to here?
That's when I let my beard grow up to here.
like
I still think
like
you should just shave it all
trim
off.
down
Do
here
this.
and then take
I can't shave it all off. Melanie gets mad.
take this away.
She says I look like too much of a kid.
No,
and
this.
then leave it.
Damn it, Rick. Hit the button.
All right. Shit Aaron says.
Can we turn it up?
Oh no, we found it. There in like other countries, you gotta go to a courthouse.
Oh my
Here in
gosh.
India, what's the rules there? The cow gotta be present.
That's insanely racist.
I remember
They
this.
established government
Oh,
over there.
it's
Like,
frozen
there's
Rick.
different rules in every country.
Yeah, but they all have a government that,
They got-
that has marriage laws.
They got married there at Nanu Pabat
There's no. I don't
in front of the
think.
water.
There's no.
You guys didn't even couldn't even
You
remember
can
his
go to
name.
any church and marry a fucking. You can go to India and marry a cow. Right? Doesn't
Say
mean that-
marry a cow.
I remember this.
Sorry to all our Indian viewers.
Oh, he found it. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Hey, the Carlton.
It's not
Oh, sorry.
Let me down, Rick.
I gotta move it.
hump day. Yeah. It's like hump
You
like
should tell your sister that.
Stanley. Yeah, he was a Jew.
Oh my gosh.
You figure him and Pennywise would be wrong.
Well, I just didn't expect that to be so racist. Pennywise.
Look at him. He's laughing at himself.
That's what he does in real life.
That's
a good joke.
I was like, Aaron, you're mad. My brain wouldn't even allow me to go there.
Good job, Aaron.
Jeez. Billy at it.
This is an island of little people. He did have to purge him out of the gene pool. He created pygmies.
Second since Aaron offended people.
That's like the greatest thing I've ever heard.
It's quite shocking.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. But
Terrible. Yes.
yes.
No, Andrew.
That was the Kim Jong-un government.
Yeah. Just like that. He's like, I got a cure from me. You just leave him on an island. No, it's not like leopard.
Jesus, Aaron.
Upgrade of some sort. What are some ideas you guys have for possible?
Jeez, look at my hair.
Look at his hair.
What if
There's like something that just goes.
what if terrible men we are?
Well, I didn't want to like bump into you.
You've done that in the past. You remember that?
One time.
Round two.
I'm in Rogue One.
Oh, he fell in the needle. Shouldn't say that.
Jeez.
I'm not Little Red Riding Hood. I got a fucking gun.
Oh fuck, Eric. Shit. This is gonna wreck some fools, son. Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
No, it would make more sense to have Rick and Maggie.
Cheat stream.
Tweet stream.
Sweet.
Aaron.
I like that.
Rick Maggie came in and took over.
Try that.
Took Rick. Took my birthday. Took everything.
He just leaves.
But that's not release me, Jose.
Big American gods!
Holy shit, came all over. What's going on? I kinda like
Round three. What's going on?
How many rounds is there?
This is by far the longest.
Yeah.
That's,
my eyes hurt.
I remember this.
Oh my gosh.
She wants me to play with my game.
It's a song. It's a song, okay?
Come on. I haven't heard a noise since your cat tried to burn your outfit.
Yeah.
He did a bitch thing and decided
I did a bitch thing. And I drank
thing.
I drank the rest of my drink like a bitch.
Three things you bang. My wife, my fist, and Ziggler!
It wouldn't have happened if your shots weren't so big. No, my big shots were normal.
Damn, what? What you doing? What Aaron Thackman just threw you a bone, he played Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur as his first starter.
Batman is bro. It's
Hackman is bro.
So, you know what I'm gonna do, right?
Eggs are delicious when cooked.
What the hell is that? Wait, is that all?
Thank you.
The long blackness.
I don't know, but the last time I paused it, I missed something.
No.
There's
Wait,
more.
Something at the end.
It's a long pause.
It's like a special after credit scene. Bowser. Oh, it's Ferris Bueller.
Ooh, Mountain Dew.
Rick,
Shit,
you wouldn't
dog.
get this.
Thank you. Who was this?
Aramaic.
Thank you, Mac.
Oh, hey, it's the Ferris Bueller right now.
Yeah.
You're still here? Go home.
You probably put that in there because you ended it
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah.
It's like we ended the Devil May
That's
Cry
awesome,
thing
Cobb.
too soon.
That's what I. But yeah. That was
All
good,
right.
Cobb.
That was good, dude. Thank
Well
you.
done.
That was one of my favorites.
I hate that drunk stream so much.
Do you think Eric appreciates his?
I think it was good because I raised money for children, but
Yeah.
I hate watching myself.
Aaron's
Did
like,
we get two?
I should have kept it.
This is
Yeah, I think so
Let me
because
check.
that
Yeah.
looked. There's only 1 2-liter per order that's on there.
Well, thank you.
So I don't know if it's like a coincidence or there's 2 people who are like in cahoots together.
Thank you.
As long as
Thank
they
you.
do this. As long as they're in the ordering part before they finish the billing, multiple people.
Man, you
can
guys
do
need to
it.
figure that shit out so we can get like 4. Yes. No, I'm kidding.
Very good, dude.
So we have Aramaic and a Toyawas.
Oh,
Thank you, Aramaic and Toyawas.
Aramaic,
Aaron.
thank you.
You stole my plate and dripped on the tablecloth.
You dripped on the tablecloth. I just stole your plate.
You stole my plate and made the drip that would have landed
hand
on
that
my
plate.
plate.
Thank you.
Is it just me, or does Aaron laugh at himself more than anything else?
I've
he
always
does.
said like
No,
like,
I laugh at him more than he laughs at himself.
Aaron will make a joke, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. But
But he'll always let
he
you know.
ruins everything because he'll turn around and make sure everybody in the room heard it. And if he didn't, he's got to say it a couple more times. It's so funny.
Because it's not possible that it's not funny, just that you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
He's just trying to share the wealth.
All right, chat. Well, start hitting us
shit,
up
chat.
with some questions if you have any. While we're
Yeah, we
doling
can.
out this pizza.
This might be the last time I get to eat this.
And you know,
Every single bit of his topping came off.
dude, Calvin, you give me that.
Yeah, dude. 100%.
Just give me a piece. Give Aaron back his thing.
Give me another pizza and I'll.
Let's see.
So
Sandwich it.
DT3 has a good question.
Sure.
He said, you have a ton of friends with nicknames, but have you guys had any nicknames?
Yeah, but you guys wouldn't believe any of them.
Yeah, Shane Fartley when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in 7th, 8th grade, when I kids from other schools would call me in basketball call me Shane the Painbringer.
I used to be called the Beast.
My offensive line coach called me
That's why I
White
said you guys
Wall.
wouldn't believe it. White
Wall?
Wall?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you got your teeth fixed, and they don't call you that anymore.
No, it's because this was a
I'm sorry.
it was a
Perfect.
team exercise at sorry, thought you were signaling me. It was a team exercise at church camp. That's not sealed. And
Yeah.
I was the anchor pulling a rope, and it was 2 other guys from our sports team. And I kept pulling after they thought they were done pulling.
Yeah.
And I pulled it further by myself than any other sports team there the week.
Yeah.
So that's why they called me the Beast.
The Beast.
The Beast.
I'd call you the Beast for different reasons.
Yeah.
Mine was just Ricky Martin because
Yeah,
he
'cause
was
of
so
Ricky.
popular at the time, you know.
I was called Little Kenny.
Oh,
For a very long time around football because I was a ball boy whenever my brother was in high school. I was in 5th, 6th grade, and I was I took care of the ball, made sure it was dry when it rained and stuff like that. Got it from the refs and stuff like that. But they just thought we looked so much alike that they called me Little Kenny, to the point where my head coach kept calling me Little Kenny after Kenny had left. You know?
Did
My
you
other
also take
nickname-
over his number when you started?
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Baldwin.
We had the same name.
My other nickname was Aaron because the teachers always got us mixed up.
Yeah.
He did.
We don't look that much alike. Aaron, did you
Sometimes they call me and Aaron Edwin B. Senior.
Together.
Yeah.
Oh, on that note, Brendan had a great comment earlier while you were telling the van story. He said, even their cards have nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We named it a lot, I guess. I don't know.
They used to call my dad Mark the Christ. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
A question of will we ever see Geralt again? That's actually a good time to bring this up. Scream Stream is right around the corner. Mm-hmm. So for the month of October, we're planning on doing some scary games
Yeah.
Yes.
for the whole month. We'll release the schedule soon, but there will also be, like we did last year, you give bits, and like a loud noise will play and a terrifying image.
It should finally be fixed for bits and for the donations that I don't think are fixed yet either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where donations of that we can do money, bits, also subs I think may do it as well.
Cool. So that's coming up soon. We'll have an announcement on that somewhere at some point, I imagine.
Pretty excited because
Yeah.
there's some good stuff that we're going to play.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned.
There will be some great stuff that we're pretty excited about.
We have some other teases too we could do, like, because I love doing the podcast, but our whole audience has not listened to our podcast.
Yeah.
So let's just say this, like, because you're listening to the podcast or watching, you get some exclusive teases.
Good.
On Early Access Patreon right now is the first episode of Black Mirror, which we're using to fill in a little bit of the schedule, but until the CW shows come back, like just the TV shows come back. So that'll be coming up on next week on the channel.
Yep.
So hopefully people are excited by that. And
that's a 5-man reaction.
yeah, that's a 5-man reaction. And then our editor Billy just finished up what should be the next vlog, which is a look behind the scenes of our Black Sails opening. So that's going to be fun.
I'm excited for you
hoping
guys
to
to
have
see
that out sometime this week too.
Yeah, that one's turning out to be really good.
Very cool. And also, I
That sucks.
want to mention on here, we just recently changed up how we're doing the game nights. So the thing is on YouTube now.
Check that out.
Yeah,
man. That's
I would recommend
wow.
checking that out if you checked out game nights before and weren't ecstatic with the format or whatever. We made some pretty big changes. So
And let us know your thoughts on it too.
yeah, check it out and let us know what you think. Okay, some other questions here. Rick, have you read Thor, God of Thunder? I have read Thor. I've only read one series, and it's the one to do with the God Slayer. I can't remember the name of the actual series itself, but
Yeah.
I read that one, and I loved it, and I definitely want to read more. I'm reading some Doctor Strange right now.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty cool stuff. I got for my birthday Marvel Ultimate, and Maggie and I have been reading a bunch of stuff. She's been reading a bunch of Spider-Man, actually, and I've been reading Thor and Doctor Strange.
Dude, Spider-Man. I've been looking at some more things about Spider-Man that I didn't know. There are some crazy stories with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like in one story.
There are some weird stories.
In
with
one
Spider-Man.
story, him and Mary Jane get together, and Mary Jane ends up dying from cancer
Okay.
because Spider-Man's radioactive, and
Oh,
he has
yeah.
more than just radioactive blood.
Sure.
So them having sex caused her to get cancer.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. That's what caused it. So it's just like that was a crazy story that I was like, what?
What about that
All right.
time that Norman Osborn knocked up Gwen Stacy and then killed her?
Yeah, yeah. There's some ones like that too.
Yeah, some weird shit.
I get the villains doing some bad stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's some really dark moments. Like, there was some moment whenever like Peter got upset because of Aunt May or Mary Jane. I think there was some alternate universe type of stuff where like Mary Jane died in this universe,
Yeah.
but like Aunt May died in this one. And in the Mary Jane one, like he went on like a killing like spree and like killing like Kingpin and stuff, and went and like made a deal with the devil, like some crazy things. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it wasn't like the devil. I think it was like Mephisto, which is kind of like a devil. He's a very evil
Yeah.
like a thing.
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
rather than-
but like, there's some really crazy stories and stuff.
That's
Speaking of crazy
Insane.
stories, though, I think you have about one more stream left of the Spider-Man PS4 game.
My last Spider-Man stream, I'm gonna try to finish the whole story, at least the main story, on Sunday.
Yeah.
Which starts at 10 a.m. our time, and I'll go until at least 2, If I need to go a little longer, I'll try to go longer to finish the story. But
Yeah.
because that's the last day of the month, the first is going to be the first day of Scream Stream.
Yep.
So I won't be having any more Spider-Man after that.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the last part of Spider-Man,
Yeah, you're about 75% of the way through?
Yeah. I don't know if that's like the story or that's just everything I've done or what it is, but I've gotten pretty close getting through it. I think some crazy things have happened. The
Yeah.
city's in a very weird state right now. So
Yeah, that was shocking to me when that happened.
if you guys want to watch me finish the last part of it, it's going to be Sunday morning.
Cool.
I just remember, because obviously a lot of people know this, but the Avengers Tower is on the horizon of New York in this game. I just keep thinking, like, where the fuck are they? Because shit's going down. I can't do all this myself.
Cool. All right. Mr. Free wants to know: do we have any opinions on Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker?
I've
seen some art.
I've seen
the video.
Yeah, I saw the video.
I haven't
I
seen
think
the
there was
video.
something else new that came out either today or yesterday.
Yeah, just like a little clip, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a video.
I'm really.
I know
optimistic
Joaquin
and excited
Phoenix is.
about
He's one of the best actors in the world today. Like basically him, Leonardo DiCaprio, and maybe 4 or 5 other people. So I know he's taking it really seriously. But I mean,
This is Swing Away from Signs guy, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
Merle?
I don't remember
Yeah.
his name. It's like Swing
No,
Away,
it's Merle.
whatever.
Carving to M.
yeah, it is Merle.
Okay. Swing away, Merle. That doesn't sound right.
Like Swing Away, Billy.
Merv.
You know?
It's
Marv.
No,
No.
it sounds like kind of sounds like a girl's name, doesn't it?
Millie.
Tell us in the chat.
Anyway, I saw it. I mean, I wasn't one of those guys that when I first saw Heath Ledger's Joker was like, what the hell are they doing? You know, I was like, we'll see how it goes, and then I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people were against
when
Heath
I
Ledger.
first saw the makeup, I was like, well, that's different, but different is good. This is going to be kind of an Elseworld story, you know, not taking place
It's not in the DCEU.
DCU, whatever the DCU will end up being. We have no idea what's going on with that. We're still doing Wonder Woman. We're still getting Aquaman.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the hell's going on with Henry Cavill. Ben Affleck, don't know what the hell's going on with him. Yeah.
Like travel.
Travel.
Yep.
Sorry.
But and then they have this thing, which is going to be an Elseworlds, not in the same continuity. Which I'm cool. I'm excited with the idea of it being a low-budget experimental film, and not this big budget 7 helicopter crashes in the same movie, no one dies. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Meryl.
Swing Away, Meryl.
That sounds right.
Meryl.
Meryl.
Yeah. You should
guess
be in
'cause
major leagues, getting your toes licked by beautiful women. Signs. Signs is one of my favorite movies, dude. I love Signs. That's a movie we can make.
Let's see. Someone.
Here in a few months, Glass comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's pretty safe to say we'll be reacting to Star Wars: The Resistance.
Yeah.
When it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a new trailer just dropped today,
Yeah.
Another
but
one.
it's pretty close. I think it's like next week or 2 weeks from now.
And also the
On
Dark.
the 7th, I think.
So I might hold off, not do another trailer reaction on it. and just-
Yeah, sure. The Dark Phoenix trailer is coming soon. We
Yep.
already filmed that.
We did that this morning, yeah.
Yep.
In fact, it might be done. I just need to go do my part of it.
Sure.
So I'll try to have that up tonight.
Have we considered doing a book podcast? Yes.
Yeah. We consider doing. If you think of an idea, we thought of it.
One thing I was wanting to do at one point to help motivate me to read was to have like a Star Wars book club thing.
Yeah.
Where we picked a different Star Wars book each week and read through it. We talked about just a Star Wars podcast between like me, Eric, and Shane. Rick, we talked about a wrestling podcast before.
I would love to do a wrestling podcast. I've also got a friend who is a professor in literature and thought about doing like a literature podcast about like iconic characters and including like comic book characters and stuff like that.
So hopefully maybe once we get like this room finished out, maybe we can look into that more, especially if it's podcasts with different groupings of us.
Yeah.
Because then like while some things are being recorded, another
Yeah.
like a podcast could be filmed for something else.
Yeah, it's on separate floors, so yeah, that would be very, very cool.
Gonna be a lot of little changes and then a lot of really cool additions to the.
Got to
live
Shaw's the
schedule.
Empire, man.
Yeah,
Shaw's the
but
Empire.
there's some really cool stuff coming up for the Blindway fans.
P1 Chulover asked, out of all of you, who is the best?
Me.
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Shane's the
Definitely
fastest.
Rick.
The best at what?
No, just say me.
Oh.
Who thinks they are the best?
Oh, I don't know who thinks
1,
it.
2, 3.
Isn't Ash the very best?
No, he wants to be the very best.
That's true.
No, I don't know.
It's true.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
I think I'm the best at some things, but definitely not all of them.
That's why I was saying it. It's like I was thinking of a specific thing. Like, well, I'm best at that.
I know what you're the best at.
I feel what? I feel like I'm definitely the best at the things I want to be the best at, and I'm definitely the things I don't really care about. I know I'm not the best at. I'm not even good at, because I don't try.
So if you wanted to be better at those things than us, you could. You just aren't.
You just don't want to, is what you're saying.
I would obsessively pursue it until I was.
We should test
I feel like
this
we need to test
sometime.
this somehow.
I think it's best if we leave that alone.
All right.
Oh, I just lost it. It scrolled up. Where was it? Someone asked if days had 25 hours, what would you do with the extra hour?
Sleep.
Yeah.
No, if I had another hour to get some stuff done, like with my kid, I don't know, like had to have personal time for myself, because I don't really have that a lot.
Me, I was like, sleep more.
It would be board game related in some way, probably.
No, I would either be like awake doing the stuff that I didn't feel like doing before.
No, you
going to
already
sleep.
answered. Don't lie now.
No, I was just saying that because it was
If
funny.
sleep
but-
were not an answer, it would be similar. Like, do the shit
Rest.
that I put off doing
yeah.
because I use my time I do have doing
sleep.
shit I shouldn't be doing.
Like what?
I can't go into detail here.
He uses the time he does have to sleep.
Yeah.
So
Actually, no. Now I get plenty of sleep. I have plenty of free time. I just sometimes don't do the shit like I should be doing, like making sure my house is clean.
Livable.
clean or mow the grass or something like that.
Yeah,
I would probably.
I am my grass mowed now.
I have.
It's awesome.
Good.
I have a bunch of grass. Not a bunch of grass. Melanie's dad mowed it, which was nice. But like I have like all these. What used to be when we moved in was like a garden with like trees and there's flowers and stuff, and now it's just all grown up with like these weeds and shit all over the place. Mm-hmm. Like I need to do something with that. You know, just pouring a bunch of gasoline there so everything dies. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I need to get rid of it. You know what I mean?
Just
like
pave it.
Yeah. As I said, we turned it to concrete. There's a tree we cut down as a mimosa tree. It was in a terrible position. It's a beautiful tree, and hummingbirds would come into it. But it's right at the corner of the house, so like it gets in the gutters. I'm pretty sure the roots are getting into the foundation, or will if they haven't yet. So we've cut it down, but mimosas just grow like crazy. So like it's all trying to grow back like new tree.
Yeah.
So I keep on cutting it back, trying to keep it down. I don't know how to get rid of it.
It's a shrub.
I was
That's like what my
I was
dad
like,
used to do to me.
cutting it down.
I have a
Cut me
giant.
down.
So what I told Melanie, I want to get rid of the rest of what I can of it, and then just concrete that whole area. She's good with it. And then I said, and then I'll erect a statue of Cole Vosh.
She's not good with that, is she?
Yeah, Cole Vosh,
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know, whenever we did the pit and we made a lightsaber fight, Cole Vosh was my Jedi character.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said about how fun it would be to put like that character and our character Rowdy on like two spots that I have near the house as like statues, and then on the ends put the two darts that we were gonna have like at the end of the driveway or something.
Yeah.
Just like these statues that look cool and stuff. So
You know,
she was not for a statue of me.
Right.
We tweeted this out, but we didn't mention it on the podcast. We didn't go see the My Hero movie.
No.
There were only 2 showings, 2 hours away,
Super late at night.
a bad time, so we're gonna wait for the home release.
Yeah.
And
And it'll
we
fit in
will
more of
review it.
more of a reaction.
Also, we should get through more of the series and know like what everyone else knows watching it.
Yeah.
Has there been any talk about moving Blind Wave to another state?
No.
No.
Because that would require us moving to another state.
Well, we're all from here, and we all have roots here, family
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we all live like
It's super cheap.
15,
Several of us have houses here.
15,
Yeah.
20
Sometimes,
minutes
like,
away
my
from the
sister
studio.
lives in New York. I got buddies who live all over the country now. It is super cheap to live here.
I would move to Columbus to be closer to Pins.
Pens.
I probably would too.
Rick, why don't you
to
just
be
move
honest.
a pins here?
Well, sort of pins downstairs.
I mean, if that's in the budget.
I'll tell you what. I got
I'm
a lot
ready.
of friends who live in Columbus and friends who went to Ohio State and then they moved to other places. And Penn's is the greatest bar in the United States.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Love it.
It's kind of like what the townhouse is to me, though. Like it's got like a sentimental value, but people love it, dude. For real.
I'm telling you, eventually we just make one in Marietta. It makes Marietta bumping. Is that what the kids say nowadays?
I hate that you use that.
Bumping now. He's swaying his hip.
Marietta.
See me swaying my hip, Shane?
As far as the tabletop podcast goes,
You been bumping?
some people asking about that. I'm planning to have some Halloween specific ones in the month of October.
Okay.
They won't be in the same continuity as the previous series, but
Of season 1 tabletop?
yeah. And then hopefully after that we'll be in the flow again and can get back to it.
Yep.
Hopefully. Rick, do you know or have already played any of the Tiny Epic franchise? If yes, what do you think of it? I played it. I don't own any of them. I think the space one is the best.
What is Tiny Epic?
Oh,
is that a card game? Is it a video
It's a
game?
board game. Yeah. Basically, it comes in a super small box, but like for as small as a box, there's a really like deep game in there.
Cool.
So
That's
it's
awesome.
a cool series. I think the space one's the best one. Let's see here. What else do we have?
Yeah, I like this. The pizza did not seem to get in the way of us, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
I really
With this,
like that.
Like this new shot setup thing. Like sometimes like the boxes would be there and it's like in
Yeah.
the way, blocking people when you can't see.
Someone mentioning Marvel Netflix. Oh, any podcast for Marvel Netflix heroes for what new heroes you want to see join the Moon Knight? Join like Moon Knight.
Okay, so of the Defenders that are currently on there, is there any Marvel
Any other
characters
Marvel
would
characters
go
to
well
add?
there? Maybe Moon Knight would be fun. I mean, he's Marvel Batman, but
crazy.
But yeah, he would be really interesting. I mean, as of right now, there's no real plans to bring the Defenders back, like the big show they do.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that more and more, maybe we can see characters just keep crossing over into other shows. But in terms of that, maybe a Daughters of the Dragon might be kind of cool.
Blade. Wouldn't Blade be cool?
Blade would be
As
interesting.
like a Netflix series, I think
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool.
You have to have us as knives.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think you could get someone else.
He's like fighting the IRS.
But I feel like they could do a really cool. I think they could do a really cool Blade Netflix series, and that was also in the MCU. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like maybe they could utilize the Prowler.
Prowler?
Yeah, like that's one that's kind of tied in with like Miles Morales and Spider-Man and
Sure.
stuff like that. So like it'd be neat to have that has that tie to Spider-Man.
Yeah, Donald Glover in it.
Could. Yeah. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's a few different characters that maybe you could have some ties like that, but those are the first two I thought.
What villain would you choose to have a
For
TV show around?
Its own show?
Yeah.
I mean,
They already have a Venom
Butcher.
movie.
the best villains in all of Marvel right now to me are Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin,
Yes.
and David Tennant as the
Kilgrave.
Purple Man. Vincent D'Onofrio would be great to see him like versus our new Spider-Man. You know, I would
Yeah.
love that.
Oh my god.
Because he's definitely a Spider villain as he is a Daredevil one, but I'd like to see that, man.
Villains, big villains. I don't know. They already have the Venom movie. It's not tied in the MCU as of now. But Venom and Carnage are two that I always think of whenever I think of villains.
Yeah.
Just because they're so, I don't know. There's more to them than like I was like, oh, you did Doc Ock be a big villain that I want to see all the time. Like I
Sure.
don't know, but I always think of Spider-Man a lot. Doctor Doom would be cool, but with Fantastic Four, I don't know.
I
if
would
they're
love
doing
a
that.
Doctor
Great.
Doom that has nothing to do with the Fantastic Four.
Doesn't
That's
need
a
to.
king in his own country, and that is what he's supposed to be. Yeah.
So like Doctor Doom be something.
I can't imagine the MCU when they get that stuff won't do that.
You won't do it?
Like they won't. I can't imagine they won't make the Doctor Doom we all want. Right? I mean, they treat their characters with such earnest respect.
Sure.
But you know, all the Doctor Dooms in the past have just been like, and then there's this guy that's kind of connected with
Guy
them.
from Nip Tuck.
Wait, are we talking about like
Yeah.
are you talking about like a series that has focus on a villain?
I was talking about a Netflix series,
Yeah.
but
Well, Chameleon. You remember? All I remember him was in the '90s animated Spider-Man, but his power was that he could change faces, like he could turn into other people, basically.
Oh.
So like he had like in the cartoon he had like a little belt that he would like take someone's image,
Right.
and then he would turn into that person, and then you wouldn't
wow.
realize. And he was like a spy. The only difference was that he had that same belt on. Was the only difference you would have to notice.
Right.
I
So it
would
was like
see-
projecting the image onto
Yeah,
him,
but like he
kinda
could be working for all kinds of different villains and stuff as like a freelancer.
And
Also,
the only way you could recognize him if he had that belt on.
yeah, and the other thing is the
That'd be
Red,
cool.
Red Skull. Where the hell, where did he go from 1 to 2? Whatever stuff. Like it's just missing, and I'd love to see more about him.
Yeah.
because he's a cool villain.
He is.
Yeah.
I would want to see a series based around the Forget-Me-Not character from Marvel.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
Arnett.
he's in the X-Men.
Arrested
And
Development.
his power
Yeah,
is
Forgive me
exactly
now.
what I thought.
Forgive me now. Yeah.
no. His power is once someone isn't looking at him, they forget he ever existed. In any conversations they had with him or whatever.
Very interesting.
Not familiar.
That is highly interesting.
And so like he's been in a lot of the major Marvel events and had like, important roles.
Is he a superhero?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the only person that knows he's alive is Professor X, because every 5 minutes he set an alarm in his head to remind him that he
Nice.
exists.
Oh,
Hey, mark over his face.
That'd be a cool villain.
figure him and
That's neat.
just register
Him and Chameleon, like in a series against each other or something would be cool.
I figure Doctor Strange would also know, right?
Fox just got, or Marvel just got back the Fox characters, X-Men, Fantastic Four and stuff. I think Fantastic Four would fit very well within the movie stuff, but it might be interesting to do X-Men as a TV show.
With that,
I don't want.
Yeah,
I want to see. I want. I don't know.
I want more of a crossover between the television shows and that anyway, which we're going to get because of the Disney streaming service, right? They're making a series about Loki and Scarlet Witch. It might be fun to do like an X-Men show that then can cross over because there's just so many.
that comes out every
characters.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Bring back Saturday morning
I
cartoons.
want Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, I think that would be huge as a television show, especially for the way, television is becoming the new movies,
Sure.
in that regard. I think that'd be kind of cool,
And
Budgets
yeah, I
and
mean, it
everything.
makes a better TV show than a movie. Like, imagine trying to do Game of Thrones as a movie.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
it'd be impossible.
You imagine like
because
a
there's so many
10
characters.
episode
But I love
season
the
of
movies.
X-Men,
You know what I mean?
You love the Game of Thrones movies?
No, I love the X-Men movies.
Oh,
'Cause
sure.
It makes a better TV show than movies.
Well,
I
I'm
love
just
the
saying,
movies.
like, it would also be a way of making it different than just how many X-Men movies have there been?
Well, and there's so many X-Men, but like you see like 5 in the movies, and
Sure.
it's always the same 5.
Yeah.
Or ish.
You got a good point about that. No. Yeah.
Yeah, in a TV show.
That's why you
could
have
a whole
like a-
new person show up that's focused on that individual X-Men, and then they join the group in the next
Yeah.
episode.
But that's also why you have spin-off movies, all these different X-Men, like they do for the Avengers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but all they do with, they can now, but all they've done so far is an X-Men 1, 2, 3, and then Wolverine
Yeah.
focused movies.
But that was the original.
and then Deadpool focused movies.
But that's how it was always done until Marvel did what they did later on. Yeah, I mean, it made spin-off movies. You know what I mean? Before they made the Avengers. I don't know. I really wonder how they're going to do that. I'm so attached to Hugh Jackman as that.
I mean, I think they're gonna wait a little bit. Is what
Yeah.
they'll do,
Yeah.
and then bring it in.
I think it'd be interesting to see Thanos like why he's
Like
how
on
he is.
Titan and stuff.
Yeah, something like that maybe.
Like a
No.
prequel to.
Like maybe it's not even called Thanos, it's called Titan.
Isn't he
Yeah.
like from fucking Venus or some shit? Like a moon from
No, he's
Venus?
from
No,
Titan.
Titan.
He's from Titan.
he's
He's
from
a
a place
Titan.
called Titan, from like light years away.
He's a Titan.
Different than Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
I thought he's from our solar, like from a moon from our solar system or something.
There
at
is
very
a
least
Titan.
not in the MCU.
Isn't there a
because-
moon in our solar system called Titan?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Jupiter or something?
Jupiter has a moon named Titan, but this is a planet light years away because you're going by stars when you're getting there. You know,
Oh, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe they just took the long way, the scenic route.
I mean, Titan
sure
isn't
Eric's right.
livable. Also,
like this.
All right. That's kind of all I have.
I would just want a gritty Christopher Nolan style Ninja Turtle movie
also
or show.
Badger is from there. Also,
Squirrel Girl.
Badger.
What?
He's from Titan. Badger from Firefly.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
a place called Titan.
The colony, Titan colony. Learn that with River.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other villains or anything that would be cool that they haven't had. That just, I don't know. I got nothing now.
He's born on Saturn's moon, Titan.
Not in the MCU, I
A
don't
lot of people are saying Shane is right. So yeah,
I thought
believe. In the MCU,
I thought you told me that. Like I've known that for some reason.
that could be in the comics.
I think I've
maybe
known
that's
that.
a comic thing.
feel like
but
I've known
don't
that
believe
forever.
That's correct.
Because yeah, when they went there, they definitely went
Yeah.
past stars.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
like that ship was pre-programmed to go back to Titan, right?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
sure they went past stars? How do you know?
Because you can see stars out the window.
Maybe that's just a light. It's not stars. It's just light.
That'd be a
There's
ridiculous
Christmas lights,
That'd be a
Eric.
ridiculous design.
of light.
just light. You're just seeing the lights go over there.
What light?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought he was from Titan.
Like the moon in our
He
solar
is,
system,
but
Titan.
it's
I thought that was a different
I
planet.
thought it was a different thing.
I thought it was a different.
I think in the
planet.
MCU it's supposed to be.
Maybe it
It would
is.
be. It would be weird if they were going by all those stars and just fucking looped around.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't make sense
And went
because
there.
in the grounded universe, ish that is MCU to have it in our soul in the
Yeah.
not the Milky Way, but in our solar system.
Sure.
Maybe, yeah, it's true.
But
Maybe,
I knew he was originally from there.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they just made some planet somewhere else, I guess. Asgard somewhere else, right?
Yeah, Asgard isn't heaven; it's another
Yeah, the
realm.
Titan Eternals are from there, like originally. It just MCU, it's not.
Yeah,
Don't know.
But there's some cool villains like Korvac. It was a human that got abducted by, it was either the Kroll or the Skrull.
Scroll?
Yeah. But he was experimented on, and basically they turned him into like Goku at his highest power level, and he became like a villain that kind of like destroyed reality for a bit, I think.
What is this?
Korvac from Marvel Comics.
Marvel comic.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was I think originally it might have been a Guardians of the Galaxy story, but he would be a cool one.
Oh, Craven.
The Hunter?
Hunter?
Oh, the Hunter.
That's how you bring Hugh Jackman back in it. Cast him as Kraven the Hunter.
That'd be
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fucking awesome. You can't have him as Wolverine, but I'd love to have him in there.
Yeah.
Like, Craven the Hunter's a cool character.
Yeah.
Like, he's good and bad, both. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen him both ways, so it could be cool to see what he does with that.
Is he like an anti-hero, or does he
He's a
just...
villain.
It just kind of depends, but I've seen him work with, kind of like Venom.
Okay.
Kind of like Deadshot in that way.
Deadshot?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. He's
But-
like,
So he's like a bad guy, but sometimes he can be convinced to do good things.
yeah, I would say so. Most
Okay.
of the villains kind of.
But he's not like a
Well,
Deadpool where
It's,
he's...
it's kind of like Lizard in Spider-Man is very much like the Lizard is bad, Kirk Connors is good.
Yeah.
But if you can get Connor's mind in the Lizard, you now have a good Lizard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
so he's not a, Kirk Connors isn't a bad guy, but when he goes in the Lizard form, he's
Same
kinda
way
weird.
with the Green Goblin. Like a lot of Spidey villains are like that, right?
Oh no, maybe the Green Goblin. Green Goblin just seems crazy all the time to me.
I don't think anybody can outdo Willem Dafoe.
Even Norman Osborn as just Norman Osborn, I don't really
Yeah.
count as a good guy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I can see that.
I mean, the way he treated Harry and everything.
In any iteration, he's
Yeah.
always just like a
Storm and Norman.
yeah. All right. Any other questions? There's no questions. You guys have no more questions. All right. Well,
And you wear boxers or boxer briefs?
both. I wear all three.
I don't wear
it
boxers.
just depends. Not at the same time.
I can't wear boxers, man. My shit jiggles around.
But I've worn
Fucking hate it, dude.
boxers, briefs,
I'm like
and
running,
boxer
it's
briefs.
flopping up and down, dude.
I think everybody deserves a choice, but I think it's weird that you have all the different ones.
The tip of my wiener just
I,
rubbing
mean,
it.
Yeah.
I have all three in my drawer at home.
Like you're just
That's just weird.
perpetually
When do you wear
uncomfortable
boxers?
because you haven't gotten used to any of them.
Dude, I
not
love
anywhere.
I love when I wear silk boxers
Silk.
Like
because it feels like you're wearing nothing. And now
Nothing at all?
my
I
silk
think it's
boxers
funny
are-
when you're wearing that silk briefs.
my silk what?
Silk
Do they make
whitey
those?
tighties.
Do they make silk briefs? I
mean,
need to
I
get some of
don't know.
those.
Tommy
sure
Wiseau
they
probably
do.
does.
Oh, never mind.
By the way, Rick, did you see that Tommy Wiseau uploaded The Room to YouTube
Of course.
on his own
He's
channel?
watched it 3 times here
Yeah.
at work.
no, I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, he's
Poor guy.
uploaded it for free. It's on YouTube now.
I guess him and his,
Get
what's
that
his,
ad
what's his
money.
what's his buddy's name? He made
Greg's.
Greg Sestario.
I always want to say.
They were on Reddit. They did Ask Me Anything, and that's what their favorite game. And of course, Greg was like, "Oh, The Last of Us," and naming these, dropping these huge.
Yeah.
And then Tommy was like, "What's the one where you eat people?" And like Pac-Man? Yeah, that one. Yeah.
He is amazing.
I thought he was going to say like Hungry Hungry Hippo or something like that.
I think what's so funny about that man is the mystery behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
He's
great.
created...
Where does he get his money?
Yeah.
Where is he from?
We know where he got his money, right?
No, we don't.
It's
the
speculated.
closest you can get to is that he did some kind of importing business.
Okay.
Well,
Wait, who?
Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, it is Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we changed the guys for a second.
theoretically, some of it came from like an old woman. He kind of pulled
Like
a
in Superman
producer's
4?
kind of thing,
Like
you know?
theoretically or supposedly?
There's a lot
Supposedly.
of there's a lot of
Supposedly,
different theories out there with various methods of evidence used to support him, but
Maybe it's
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, the Disaster Artist is one of my favorite books.
Yes.
It was just
Yeah.
so much fun to read.
Have you seen the movie yet?
Whoa.
I have, yeah.
The movie is really good, dude.
It's good.
the movie's
Like,
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, James Franco, he killed it, I thought.
Yeah. There's only a couple parts where I'm like, I don't know if that would have happened, but you know.
Yeah.
And the audiobook is read by Greg,
Oh, really?
and so that's great. And he does an amazing Tommy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever he does like impersonations and interviews and
It's
stuff like
perfect.
that, it's
Perfect.
it's amazing.
What's cool is when I've read about the relationship falling apart and then now they're friends again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
pretty cool.
Am I
Of
the
course,
only-
they make so much money together as well. So money fixes
I mean,
everything.
that helps.
Am I the only one here that hasn't seen The Room nor The Disaster Artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have all
I've seen
seen
bits
both?
and pieces of the
I've
room.
seen both.
I saw The Disaster Artist, and I'm like, I gotta go watch some stuff in the room. I watched a bunch of different stuff on it.
You just need to watch it all the way through so you understand.
I think I've seen all the way through in pieces.
First time I saw
mean,
The Room was the
chronologically.
first time I ever got high.
That's
It wasn't great. It wasn't a great experience.
that's
No,
very
it was a
unfortunate.
great experience. I just remember like the very first time,
Yeah.
which I didn't because it's illegal in our state.
See,
But
I had a follow-up question. I
You
thought
didn't
about
do it in
asking,
the state. Yeah.
but I was like, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you mean the last time you got high?
I think it's the movie I've seen the most,
yeah,
probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Even
You
including.
don't have a movie you watched when you were a little kid. You watched over and over again.
I think it's beaten.
that's a good question. What's the movie you've seen the most? It's not necessarily my favorite movie. It's just a movie I've seen the most.
I don't know. That's tough.
Maybe
Yeah.
Home Alone 2.
That's not bad. That might
Home Alone
be
2.
it.
I love Home Alone 2.
I love it too.
No, I mean like that might be close to my most watched.
Wild America.
Dumb and Dumber
Dumb and Dumber, dude. I used to
I've
watch
seen
that
it
and
a
rewind it
lot.
and take it out.
with my parents.
I remember at the senior year, I could say the whole movie pretty much from front to back.
However, wait, do I have to be awake? Because
Yes.
every night I would play a tape that had episodes 4, 5, and 6 on.
Yeah.
And watch it as I fell asleep, and then wake up and then watch whatever was at then.
No,
till I fell
I'm gonna
asleep.
say that you've watched.
Yeah.
Like you are watching.
I've seen Ocean's 11 a lot as well.
You know what is weird is this girl I was crazy about in 8th grade.
I want to say the beginning of episode 4.
That was her favorite movie. And I put off watching it for like 12 years.
Ocean's 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's so good.
Even in high school, I was like, I'm never watching that movie.
From when I
I
was
couldn't
a
get over it.
kid,
Isn't it ridiculous?
It is.
And then I was like 25. I said, I'll watch it.
One of the
And then I
most
borrowed the rest of Mary.
one of the most watched for me was probably Pagemaster.
Oh,
remember
Page
that.
Master
I
is
love
the
that.
shit, dude. Do you guys ever watch The Great Panda Adventure?
No.
No.
Well, it's weird because I rented that with the Page Master. At the same time, my dad went to KT's, you know,
KT's video.
KT videos, and got those, and then I always get those in pairs. Because I would also,
because they were both.
he also got
keys,
Warriors of Virtue from there. I watched that
yeah,
so
my
many
gosh.
times. Warriors of Virtue.
There
Good lord.
are 3 movies from when I was a kid that I felt like I was the only one that's seen. And I managed to track them all down and show them to Evelyn, and she loved them. One of them we just watched was Ray Bradbury's The Halloween Tree.
Ray Bradbury, he was a weirdo.
Have you guys seen that at all?
No.
I don't remember that.
He did Fahrenheit
451.
It actually stars Spock as.
Oh, Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah, it's an animated film. I don't know if I said that,
No, I didn't.
but it's an awesome one. The 12 Days Before Christmas,
Okay.
which is I think the Rankin Bass animation, is a really good one.
Okay.
So it's animated as well?
Yeah.
Are they all animated?
No, the third one is Muppets. I had it and then I lost it.
Take Manhattan,
Damn.
Muppets in Space?
No,
Muppets.
it's the one no one has seen. They react a bunch of like old fairy tales, like The Boy Who Cried Wolf and The Elves and the Shoemaker.
Oh.
Muppets Classic Theater
Yeah.
is the name of it. Have you seen that one?
I've seen most of them, but I don't know. I don't remember.
I
very
haven't
well.
seen that one,
I
but
remember
I've heard you
watching
talk
like
about it
Muppets
before.
in Manhattan like once. There was like a Muppets in Space I think I saw once.
Yeah.
Like
shit.
me and my family used to watch all of them.
Sure.
But the one I was watched the most out of any of them was Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah,
Muppet
definitely.
Treasure
I
Island.
never watched
I
any of those
vaguely
films.
remember parts of all the others.
But I hadn't seen Muppet Classic Theater in years. But like we started watching it, and I could just say every word.
Yeah.
Like I had seen it so much. And it's so great.
I saw Joe Dirt so many times, dude.
I want to show you a clip from it.
Me, Gus, and Jordan watch it all the time. Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt.
I grew up watching like Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3.
VeggieTales.
Nope.
Lethal Weapon.
Never
I
watched-
watched that a good bit.
Yeah.
Indiana
Not a lot.
Jones 1, 2, and 3.
I watch Indiana Jones
Um,
too so many times.
Star Trek. The films. Star Wars. You know, 4, 5, and 6. A bunch.
Aaron's over here just judging your ass.
No.
Not his ass.
Bird on a Wire. Also
Never
Mel
knows.
Gibson.
Whenever we have these
Obi-Wan.
kind of questions, it's always like, all right, what's the one film you've watched the most?
And we
everybody gets
give like
15.
20.
Yeah.
I'm always like this one, and everybody's like, well, I gotta, and they name like 9. Like, oh shit, like I can think of 9.
I'm trying to like. I it really might be like Episode 1 or Home Alone 2.
Episode 1 is probably my most seen in theater movie.
I watched Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith in theater.
I think-
a couple dozen, like not a couple, but
I think I
more
saw.
than a dozen
I think I saw
times.
episode 1. I didn't go to the theaters a whole lot, so I think episode 1 I saw 5 times in theaters.
Harry
And
Fargo
the only thing
movies.
else closest to that was I think episode 3 that I saw twice in theaters.
Yeah.
Aramaic might have it for mine. Mine might actually be The Sandlot.
Sandlot. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch
I'm
that.
pretty
until
close
That's a
to
good
that.
one. That's a good one.
Honestly, for me, like in terms of watching this movie the most, it was probably Homeward Bound.
Okay.
Because I watched that like
Yeah.
That was-
every day as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, from like 9 to whatever, I watched every day.
Sure.
There would be times we would put it on, and then like one of us would be cleaning their room or something like that, and it would just be finishing when they got back, and it's like, oh man, I wanted to watch that, so we just put it on again. We'd watch it like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes.
My Aunt Rhonda, like,
That's a good one.
was so
Rondas are
worried.
always ants, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Aunt Rhonda was so worried about the animals. Like, she was just bawling during the part where the cat is like in the water.
Sassy.
And then
yeah,
especially when
Shadow.
Yeah.
in the
hole?
mud pit.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Come on, Shadow. Oh my God.
And at the end,
I can legit put on the soundtrack and cry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Milo. I watched Milo.
Yeah.
Milo and Otis. I watched that a lot.
I watched it a lot, but I think I fell into Homeward Bound.
I know I watched Homeward Bound a lot more than Milo and Otis.
In this movie called The Bear, which most people have never heard of.
I think so.
It was shot by this famous French guy, and it took him like 3 years to do. And he did another animal movie like 20 years later with Guy Pearce, actually. But the bear just basically follows this baby bear after his mother dies. He's being tracked by hunters, all this other stuff, and it's just there's barely any dialogue. There's a part where this bear eats shrooms, he gets high. I'm telling you, it's a really good movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this baby bear, he's so cute, and like he becomes friends with this alpha male grizzly bear. Yeah, it's such a fucking good movie, The Bear.
Is it
Like,
is it
it's
like a real
weird.
bear in the wild, or is it
It's a-
like staged?
No, it's a real bear shot in the wilderness.
And it's all the same bear? Like they followed this one bear.
Well, I mean, there's a script. I mean,
Well, they have to like
it wasn't like a
get the
reality
shots
show.
that they want.
It's not a documentary. Is it?
No, it's not. It's a movie. There's a couple actors. Actually, you know the French guy who he's on The Patriot. The guy who's his children, they were burned alive.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Oh.
He plays one of the.
what did you say?
His children, they were burned alive.
The children, they were burned alive. The sheep far away. I just.
Did you die?
That guy, he
Your
plays
Irish
one of the
accent,
hunters in it, but he plays like this redneck type guy. He's a different accent, but he's in it.
Like a trapper.
Yeah, he's like a trapper, and it takes place in British Columbia and like late 1800s.
Like the French Canadian trappers and stuff.
Yeah,
So the bear.
it's called The Bear.
Okay. Well,
I gotta bring a screenshot of it. I'm telling you, The Bear.
No one's gonna.
No, watch it. It's
I'm
good.
gonna
You have these speeches,
see.
and no one cares.
I'm gonna see a picture of a bear and the words "the bear" and I'm like, well, that's exactly what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
did you mean the Bee Movie?
No, that's Jerry Seinfeld's movie. Nope.
No, I see
Never,
it.
never seen that.
Wait, we gotta show a clip of the bear.
The Bear.
Why we
No,
gotta show a
just
clip
the
of the bear?
poster.
That's the alpha grizzly bear, and that's like
Hey.
that's that guy.
Hey,
not surprised
I've seen
when I
that.
saw it
I've
there.
seen that before.
In like a
have
movie
not.
rental theater back
Yeah.
when this were a thing?
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I might have put it in one frame in a mailbag that I've edited as well.
Maybe I've seen that, but I've never watched it.
I want to
don't
react to
think-
that movie.
Eric,
I'm telling you.
You've already seen it.
From now on, you need
Commentary.
to say the bear instead of the crow.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys a clip of
3.1, the bear.
Muppet Classic Theater that always made me laugh the most. This is from the King Midas story.
Yeah.
So Kermit's been turned to gold. And Miss Piggy's trying to find a cure.
Better be good, Rick.
Better be.
Can't see it.
First came the wolf.
So it's amazing.
Oh, it's almost over.
No.
Okay.
First came the royal doctor.
Doctor, do you think you can turn the king back to normal? No, but this should keep him from tarnishing.
Came the royal jeweler.
Is that the part that
Looks
made
like
you laugh
Scruff
so much?
McGruff.
This whole scene.
I'll give you $3.50 for the whole frog.
It's always her kicking them that gets me.
Jester.
Well, Dave, here's a riddle for you. What's King Midas's favorite vegetable? 24 carrots. Get it? 24 carrots.
Oh my gosh.
That's what always got me as a kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rick, I do not remember that. I may have never seen that.
I know I've never
A lot of
seen
people
that.
haven't. Like, I think it only came out with VHS.
And I've seen a lot of the Muppet stuff. The
Yeah.
Christmas Carol and stuff like that.
Muppet
Yeah.
Babies.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know they
that
have a
shit.
new Muppet Babies?
Really?
What?
Yeah, but
Do they?
but it's more like CGI animated now.
Ah, fuck that.
And, well, I mean it was animated before,
Yeah, I know,
but it's like that CGI animated now.
yeah.
But they have a song like Muppet.
I just want to remember the Muppet Babies. I don't want
Make all your
That's all I
dreams
want.
come true.
Just remember them.
Remember the mom that was taking care of him that you never saw her face and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah. It's like Remember the Alamo, Remember the Muppet Babies.
Right. That's all I want. I just want to remember the Muppet Babies.
I don't hear about this new album.
I don't need a redo.
Maybe I'll run away or some shit.
Huh? What?
Nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna read some redemptions
In Washington State.
to finish us off here.
Okay.
Well, are they both? Yep. We got some push-ups that are gonna have to happen. I have no idea how we're gonna film those.
Just tilt that camera down.
Find an angle.
Good luck figuring that out. Not me. Haha!
Why don't people make Rick do anything?
Not me.
They just make him slap people.
No, read the list. They're all for him. He just gives them to other people.
Oh,
Okay.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
It says Rick do push-ups.
So we're starting off with Jasmine Booth, who has resubscribed for 7 months.
Woo,
Yay,
Jasmine!
Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine.
you.
Crimson has got 20 bits here. And he said, hey, just wanted to say thank you to Rick on the recommendation. I picked up Dragon Quest XI, and I'm loving it so far. So I want to thank you personally, Rick, for getting me into this great game.
I'm gonna say get Spider-Man.
And he also said, love the new setup, guys. It looks great.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Not
you.
done yet either.
Thank you, Crimson.
Yes, it's not even in its final form. Brother Tone resubscribed for 15 months.
Thank you, Tone. Tone.
He says, 15 months? Where's all the time gone? Continue being awesome, Blind Wave.
Thank you.
You need a floor cam for the
Nixie P.
things he
Love.
said.
And he's also at the 3rd tier of subscription as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Top screen, you'll never guess how many bits he gave.
100.
100 bits.
Thank you. Thank you.
With no message. So he does
He never sends a message.
He never sends a
no
message.
message.
Thank you,
100
top
bits.
screen.
His bits speak for itself. Alex Italian gave 500, said, heading to work. Have a great podcast, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Doesn't he say that every week too?
He does.
He's like, here you go.
And we never see it to the
And
end.
we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
We should just start reading out his. Just special. Whenever it comes in, just, oh, thank you, Alex.
Crimson has another 20 here. A couple questions. Question for Aaron or Eric. When will the next poll show be after Black Sails?
When will it be, or
When
what?
is the next poll show? Will it be after Black Sails?
Oh, when is
I
it?
think Black Sails is the next one to end, right?
Unfortunately.
I think
I believe so.
It'd be after Black Sails finishes up, and then we'll have another poll.
I hate thinking about.
Thank you, Wildcat.
me too.
So I think we have 5 weeks,
5 more weeks.
5 or 4?
4.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
We have
Black
4
Sails
weeks
might
left.
be one of the best shows we do.
So somewhere here in like the next
Ever
month,
done.
we should have another
Yeah.
poll up.
If of all the shows that we've ever done, if I had to say pick one show to recommend to people, it'd be Black Sails.
Black Sails.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just because so many people haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta fix the world.
Yeah.
Right?
He has a couple recommendations, and I want to read them because,
Berserk's on it.
well, no. Because he has JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Tokyo Ghoul, which are both anime.
Yeah.
But then he has Teen Wolf, which is a big departure.
I've heard of like.
There's a lot of people who have asked for Teen Wolf.
One guy asked for Teen Wolf for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one guy that was like every stream he would always be like Teen Wolf.
Aaron, there's a guy on Teen Wolf, and then like 10 minutes later, Aaron would like ignore it. Aaron, Teen Wolf. Whenever he would look at the screen.
Yeah.
Crimson has a question for Shane. Thoughts on the tournament power arc so far, and is it living up to your expectations?
I'm just getting into it, but Dragon Ball Super in general has exceeded my expectations. I just didn't think the show could be
Better?
When they brought it back, it might be better.
Yeah.
It won't surpass like my nostalgia and some of the big moments, like turning Super Saiyan for the first time.
Yeah.
The Piccolo thing, like you mentioned earlier. But they brought in new characters, they built the universe, and they made me like care about the lore.
If someone was
They made me
just,
care about the characters in a way that I didn't care about them before.
Yeah.
if someone was just getting into Dragon Ball, where would you recommend they start?
I mean, Dragon Ball has its charm and it's very integral, but I got into it by watching Dragon Ball Z.
Me too.
So
I
you
think
wouldn't
it's-
start with Super?
No, don't start with Super. I would
would-
advise against it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, some things are like
DBZA.
because the show's aware of itself.
Yeah.
Like, there's some things in Dragon Ball Z that happen, and Super like makes fun of itself later for it.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, if you got the time, watch Dragon Ball.
What if you watch Dragon Ball Z Kai or whatever? Like, will
You can do that
is that
too.
okay?
you don't. You just
Yeah.
don't.
You can do that.
You go find. No, you don't. You don't do that.
If you're a new viewer, yeah, watch Kai.
It won't affect you at all because you won't know what you're
if you
missing.
grew up with
right?
the Funimation, Falconer thing, watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you didn't grow up with it, it's not needed.
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
Like my growing up with is Dragon Ball Z abridged. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. So if I watch Kai,
Sure.
my thing would be like, he doesn't sound like the Goku I know. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, need a sense of being. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what I hear is Goku.
Sure. You just have the wrong one.
Yeah.
Crimson also asked, can I get some prayers from the crew? Been kind of sad and depressed mood today, having trouble finding a job.
Who's this?
Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson man. Good luck with that, brother.
We wish you
we'll
the
keep
best.
We'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers and.
I've always
Rick believes.
in between every.
Just kidding.
I think every time I've ever left a job, I always had like a few months at least where like I gotta find something now.
Yeah.
Like trying to figure out what I was gonna do.
I'm trying to think. I thought you always had another job.
No, I usually always had like a month or two in between. Like whenever I got married, I didn't have a job. Like the month I got married, I did not have a job.
I'm sure your in-laws love that.
That's a good month to get married, though.
I guess. Yeah.
She had a job.
She did.
Fuck it.
I've always been stolen from other jobs. I think.
Stolen.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Well, like from Washington State to Marietta College, like the guy who was hiring there, like heard about me and invited me to lunch.
Heard about you.
And was like, oh, Marietta College is great, and maybe you should come for an interview and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, that's the only 2 jobs I've had, other than this one.
I've had some times where being stuck and unemployed and looking for work and stuff like that. So I definitely get that.
I've been in jobs that I've hated. I think, man, I gotta stay here because I got a good thing. I just hate it so much. I dreaded it coming in every day.
I mean, I definitely looked for other work and stuff like that, but the age I was and the experience and training that I had, there wasn't a whole lot other than construction to do.
Yeah.
I had a good construction job.
I had a job at IGA, and then I was living at the 3rd Street house, so I definitely got fired from there for showing up.
No,
late.
you retired.
Yeah, I retired. And then I worked at Papa John's, and I got for a couple of years, and I got a ticket, and then they had to fire me because I couldn't drive because they had very, very stringent insurance.
Didn't you retire because it was like was it your uncle?
My uncle was
I
the
can
manager,
fire you or you can retire.
He said, yeah, you can leave or I'll fire you. So I left. But and then I worked at Doughboys for 7 years. So, and then everything else was just like contractor work with video and stuff like that. There's no real job there.
Worked at Washington State for 5, Marietta for 5.
I usually worked for a job for 2 to 3 years and then went to somewhere else.
I had a Giant Eagle for 7.5 years.
I had the help desk for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
I had Little Caesars. I worked like 2 years doing pipeline stuff, I think. Then I worked like almost 3 years doing GameStop. Then I had like almost 3 years doing Radio Shack. And so, how long have we been doing this?
About 3 years.
See ya. Do some push-ups first.
The shortest job I've ever had in my life, and the one I hated the most, is Joanne Fabrics.
How long did you have it?
I can't imagine you working at Joanne Fabrics.
I remember I took him there.
Yeah, 3 months.
I think
He had that teal blue apron.
Dude, that place sucked, dude.
Yeah.
I was there. I was the only guy who worked there.
Yeah.
They always had me lift shit. You know what I mean? This one lady.
I've
what the
never
hell's her
seen a
name?
guy work
Mindy
there.
was always grabbing my butt. This old ass lady. I'm like smacking her hand. You can't smack an old lady. I'll smack you, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm like, what if? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What if she was a young girl and you were the old guy?
yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
Yeah, you can't smack an old man.
yeah. So,
I will.
yeah,
What else
I
we
was
got, Rick?
smacking the shit out of her fucking hand,
need a
dude.
second.
Yeah, all these old spots on it.
I think I've had the most jobs out of all of you guys. Maybe
and you're the youngest. And you're the
possibly
youngest.
combined.
Yeah.
I mean, I started working when I was
Just fucking commit, Calvin.
13 years old. Well, I
stayed at one for 7 years, Calvin.
I had a job for 8 years.
Yeah.
But I started working when I was 12 or 13 years old.
I think that's illegal.
I mean,
it was
if we
under the
count,
table work, but it
I
was
think
still,
that's illegal.
I mean, if we count farm work, then I had a job for a very long time.
Yeah.
yeah, but it wasn't working for family or anything like that.
Yeah.
It
We're
was
talking doing firewood on the weekends.
Yeah. Get my ass kicked for
That
it.
was mine. I worked for the neighbor's
Literally
family.
got my ass kicked.
That's because you broke that window.
I know.
You deserve it, though.
Yeah. Should have kicked it twice.
I
kicked each cheek.
did not break a window.
You broke a mirror, didn't you?
No, a horse. You
Shoved the guy
You
through
broke a horse.
window?
You just broke
A
him.
horse came up one time when we were doing firewood, throwing it back in the truck, and a horse came over because cows will come over or whatever, and we were in a fenced off area.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looked at us and just opened his mouth, and the rearview mirror just took it off.
Took off the side mirror of the truck.
The side mirror.
Jeez.
Some horses are just dicks.
Yeah.
They used to be standing
What am I
there,
gonna
grab the back of your head and throw you.
Yeah.
Am I going to throw a piece of wood at him? I guess he just
They're
dropped it.
so
we
friggin'
just-
strong.
Left.
Yeah, he just left.
Asshole. That's your asshole horse.
What else we got, Rick? That was a long one.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
And on that wasn't as bad as when cows come over and just shit.
Yeah, because then he
Stinks about it.
stinks and steps.
All right, Echo Dolly, 100 bits.
Thank you, Echo.
Happy Thursday.
It's Kiki Keeks, 100 bits. Are you going to watch the bat footage? Not on this podcast.
No.
But maybe in the future.
Yeah. It's not been prepared.
Bojangles, 500 bits. Amazing shit story. Shane laughed my ass off. Big
Hey.
stick.
What's that?
No, go ahead.
No, you're welcome. That was. Yeah, I'm glad.
All right, excellent.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Biggest Dick is 75 has resubscribed for 15 months.
Oh, thank you so much.
Dude, biggest dickus.
That was one shitty story, Shane. Laughed my ass off. At least you didn't carry it around in your pocket like some folks.
Hey, it was rabbit poop, not human poop.
Why?
Aramaic with a big
Dog
milestone has resubscribed for 12 months.
Oh,
Aramaic.
awesome.
That's
Thank
a
you.
full year, man. Thank you
Aramaic,
so
thank
much.
you. Thank you.
On my baby.
No, what? You're not Andy Dwyer.
Snowy IQ has resubscribed for 7 months.
Hey, mom.
Thank you. Yay, Mom.
Hi, mom.
Echo Dolly, 45 bits. Steve sounds amazing. Can I get his number, please?
I still remember it.
Bojangles.
Same number though, right? Can't be.
It is actually.
Bojangles with
Call me-
500 bits.
call me
Steve
you
is a
go.
goddamn legend.
He is.
He is legendary.
He's been made into one.
Yeah, I shaped it so I wouldn't be as ashamed of him.
Yeah.
He's like Bane.
I remember we.
Now I can hang out
The
with
kid
him.
who got caught whacking off in the bathroom. I remember we started telling people he's the one who shit. So we were trying to change history. You know what I mean? He's the one who shit the bus. Everyone's like, yeah, he did it. And Cody's like, I remember, I was there. I'm not the one who shit on the bus, dude.
Defective with 300 bits. He says, starting a new job on Monday. Wish me luck, guys.
Good luck.
luck.
You.
Best of
Good luck. Good luck.
Do not be defective.
Best of luck. Humongous Tuna gives 6 bits.
Big tuna.
He says, I
you.
missed my senior picture because my ride ditched me, but at least I get to watch the podcast live.
You know,
Shit,
in your
dude.
picture.
At least
I didn't
Did
get
he
my
like
senior
just
picture
miss it
either.
and that's why he's watching the podcast? That'd be very sad.
Oh no.
At least win your senior prom.
Wish you the best, my friend.
Yes.
And the bus next time.
Yeah, the bus.
short bus.
Does the bus go around and collect you?
I know. He missed his ride. I don't know. Hopefully the bus gets him next time.
That Ryan fellow, 123, has subscribed for the first time.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Agent J, who I think has subscribed before, but it says the first time at the 3rd level tier.
Oh,
If they
thank
missed
you.
a month, whatever, it
Yeah.
reset.
Resets it.
Thank you, Agent J.
Thank you,
and
Agent
for
J.
all the other months of subscription as
Thank you,
well.
Jay.
Yeah, we
Crimson gave 15. He says, now that Aaron and Calvin have seen everything up to the South Saga and DBZA, can we get Aaron and Calvin to react to the official up to that point?
No, because there's more DBZA coming.
Yes, it is.
Gotta keep them fresh.
Yeah.
Keep us fresh and unspoiled.
And he says, before Telltale was going to close, they were going to do a Stranger Things game.
Yeah, that's
man,
right. I remember hearing about that.
good.
That would have been cool.
What how the fuck do you know about that?
I've never seen it.
Right to say.
Man, that'd be good. I wish I would
man.
have watched the show.
Hi Ryu has subscribed for the
Ryu.
first time.
Hi.
Thank
Hi,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Tat Crit has subscribed.
Thank you, Cat Crit.
Tat Crit. Dip 100 bits for Aaron's jokes.
Potato chip.
Yay, Aaron jokes.
Potato chip. Dip.
Crimson with another
Is it
15.
do we?
Thank you, Crimson.
Is it a
Crimson?
fine or
Thank you,
did we get
Crimson.
it? Was it a fine or donation?
It was.
Shane, thank Crimson.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Crimson.
Crimson.
Dalish has subscribed, or Dalish. Dalish.
Thank you for the sub, Dalish.
Thank you so much.
Night Shroud has given 50 bits and says, you just described a Doctor Who villain. Hi, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Must have been while I was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Dylan subscribed for the first time.
Yes, Dylan.
Son of a bitch.
Pro Reviews gives 10 bits, said, missed the first hour because of BM, but the rest was awesome as always. Night, everyone.
Beastmaster.
I don't know.
Bowel movement.
Maj Brat, 100 bits. Love you guys. I resubbed tier at tier 1, but no notification showed.
Well, thank you for the resub.
Thank you for the
No
resub.
proof, no notifications. so no.
DT3 Dan, 10 bits. You guys should check this out. And he gives us a link. Sorry.
Too late.
Thank you so much.
Tig24, 150 bits. I already talked about his question. Is DCC going to return? And
Thank you, Tig.
finally, on Fenris Fangs, 5 bits. Hey, how would you all feel about a young Avengers live action? And would you want it to be a Netflix series or a movie?
Young Avengers. Is that the kids Young Avengers or like the Avengers Young?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Not familiar.
I'm not sure. I would.
We would
I
feel
don't know.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I wouldn't mind the kids of the Avengers and watching that because there was an animated one that was really cool that I liked it a lot. Had like Black Widow and Captain America had a kid, and I think the
dang.
Wasp and Ant-Man had a kid, and Thor had a daughter.
Okay,
and
cool.
It was like
With, like,
them,
Valkyrie?
and the only Avenger still alive was like Tony Stark. So like he was trying to mentor them and stuff. It was really cool.
That
they
does
were all
sound
they were all
cool.
hidden away because all trying to like destroy the world, and they were hidden away in like a bubble,
Wait, Cap died?
and they all died.
Shit.
It was really cool. So that would be cool. I'd love that.
All right, so let's get some push-ups. We have Bell Revan, 1986, for Eric, just because.
How many?
10.
10?
But I have no idea what we're going to do.
Let's tilt that camera down and do it in front of the table.
Which one?
The middle camera.
Middle camera.
Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah.
All right.
Hurry.
And then top
1,
screen
2,
also
3.
says push-ups
4,
for whoever.
I can't
5,
do any because my foot.
6, 7,
He says rock, paper,
8.
scissors.
9,
I can do them.
10. Good job, Eric.
You and me.
Got red. Oh, man.
You want to do them?
Good job, Eric.
What?
If you want to do them, you can do them. That shit's so bad.
What, push-ups?
You got a shit. We don't want to start a thing.
I know.
You do it, Shane.
He's kind of shit, though.
You're good.
I don't think Shane can do
10 push-ups.
Do it.
I want you to go down like,
Once you go down.
shit, what's his name? Christian Bale. Like fall down and start doing push-ups.
No.
Tig24 gave another 150 bits,
I need that green shake that he gets first Falcon.
Yeah.
saying, sorry, just showed up. I'll rewatch the broadcast to find the answer. Oh, you don't need to give us bits to apologize, but thank
Oh,
you.
no, that's fine.
And thank you,
Thank you.
all for joining us for this edition of the Blind Way Podcast. It is
Thank you.
live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard
light.
Time. And hopefully we'll be back on Twitch tomorrow, which is Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, hopefully for a group stream.
So much better, Aaron.
Good job, Aaron.
I love what you've done.
See you until next time.
Bye.
Move, Aaron. Move.
We're all washed out, so bright by the lights.
It's as white as he is.
I didn't move any lights. It's all going.
Bye.